Jó, szavaztok. Folytassuk tovább, bocsánat. Szia Valász, hello. Szerintek a szokásos videókártyakrás. Meddig ment a sztori? Kb. 2,5 óra? Az a gond, hogy szerintem lesz még egy crashünk a sztoriban. Ne vissza egy picivel még a memory clockot. Van, amikor még segít, szóval hát ki tudom tolni még annyira. Tippelnem kéne most a felénél. Ez egy csomó minden meghalt nálam. Na jó, akkor ez működik. Nem gond, remélhetőleg nem sokat kell várnom, kell még sajnos egy hónapot. Meg tudjuk oldani ezt a problémát. Az a gond, addig nem tudjuk megoldani, míg húgom nem kapja a jogosítványt. Szóval ezt is nem tudom mióta halasszuk, de... Mindegy, meg lesz ez. No. Max mondja, leszépeljük a sztorinak azon részét, ami így... Amúgy no joke, amikor Jet nekünk segített, tudjátok a piramisban, valamiért nekem az Avatar jutott eszembe, amikor tudjátok, pont ott is van, hogy Jetnek, az srácot, nem is tudom, hogy hívták, ott is valami Jetnek hívták talán. Segít a csapatnak. Nem tudom, valami olyan vibe volt az egésznek. Pedig tisztán hiszek valamennyire a közvelés, ő nem olyan. Csak picit hasonlított. Így a környezet, még nem tudom. Azaz, az operát elindítom. Oké, de minden jó. Mondjuk azt, hogy minden jó. Mindig eszünk ropit. Valaki? Perecet, mi az a ropit? Aztán kb. Másfél óra van köztünk, és lassan végig kéne lennie ennek az artnak. Ó, oké. Mindegy, akkor ki fogja bírni. Köszönöm szépen. Mi a... Mm. Nem gond. Még azt, hogy most be akarom fejezni mindenféleképpen sztorit amúgy. Sztorimben még mondom, hogyha crashenek is. Az egyetlen negatív dolog nálam. Pápára pupi. Így gondolom így megyünk be. És akkor max végig skipelünk egy pár részt megint. Már amit tudunk persze, mert
So,
igen.
this is the Temple of Silence.
I thought the temple moved to the rainforest ages ago.
I don't know. Even
Igen,
in
ezt olvastuk.
well, unless the plan, the scale of this You're back. Everything all right?
Másikat viszont azt hiszem, vagy 4 órás. Bazdmeg, ez még csak az első akt.
Who are they?
Jó.
Friends of yours?
Mindegy, megint keresünk, akkor keresünk. Nem érdekel, megcsináljuk.
Hello, I'm Jet. And
Oh, pleased to meet you.
who's they?
Huh? Do people not say that?
Not in the desert. Still,
The sandstorms of
And after getting all...
wow. Thanks for being. So
Yeah?
Igen, ez volt.
I assume. Well, Beidou. Are you wondering about his true identity? Or do you think there's a big I wouldn't. The most important.
this is all getting a little cryptic for me. I'll let you.
Igen, na itt keresett ki.
Jet?
Néztem.
Aren't you with the Blazing Beasts? What a coincidence.
We're mercs. You can run into us anywhere. Who's this with you?
So, did you find the solution you were looking for in the Temple of Silence?
You bet we did. This place is incredible. It has everything. So far, we've discussed a plan and verified its feasibility. Building a new system from scratch is out of the question. So our only option is to modify the Akasha using certain...
According to certain sources in the Temple of Silence, there is a core device in King Deshret's mausoleum known as Aru. Little is known about this device in academic circles, which suggests it was hidden quite effectively.
Egy ilyen eszközt, egy gépet keresnek, amit úgy hívnak, hogy Aru.
If these sources prove correct, the energy contained within Aru may be sufficient to power our Akasha
És ez
renovation.
olyan energiát tartalmaz, ami az Akasha rendszert úgymond újra tudja éleszteni.
However, this raises difficult questions regarding...
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll reach a compromise once they've argued it out. The people of the rainforest are always cautious when it comes to desert technology. But times of crisis like this leave us with little choice.
Wait, Paimon has a question. Is this the same Aru we've heard of before? It's sealed off, right? Some sort of prison where the Goat King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King are locked up.
Well remembered. Yes, that's exactly right.
Most hát vége.
According to our records, Aru was the most brilliant creation King Deshret ever conceived of. Built by divine and mortal artisans working together. It was a miraculous accomplishment. That being said, what Aru actually does and why it was built, until recently I wouldn't have been optimistic that the place even exists. The only reason...
Paimon totally gets that. When Paimon first heard about it, she thought it sounded pretty unbelievable too. Do you guys still remember that? The Ibis King told us they were trapped in Aru and that they had to answer 3 questions to get out.
I think I remember. What causes our rise and fall? What obliterates love and hate? And what determines truth and falsehood? Those were the 3 questions.
Yeah. Oh, if only Nefer were here. She's dealt with the Ibis King before, so she might know more. Oh,
Not cry. Funny. She showed up here
Sejtettem
earlier.
megjelenít. Tudtam.
huh?
Yeah, had another lady with her too. Both said they knew you. They contacted the sages, claiming they might be able to offer some assistance.
Really? They came here to help out?
Nem, de végül is logikus, de Nefer az Sumeruban. Abból szumrói, nem? Jól tudom.
Yes, really. It was just before you got back. One of them said she's made Nod cry her home. If she's the person you were talking about...
Looks like betting on Aru was the right choice.
See? They're right over there.
Ott van. Ott van.
Nicole! Nefer!
Ó, és hozzáadtam Nefert is a guide listához. Jó, oké.
Why, hello. We're here to help.
Várj, de ezek tudják a problémát, hogy valami most van, vagy csak Nicole tudja, és ez mi? What?
It's a good thing we left early. We almost got locked out.
Locked out? What do you mean?
Kizárva?
Oh, you haven't heard? An invisible barrier has appeared around Sumeru's borders, cutting off all travel in and out.
Szóval így valamit láthatatlan pajzs, burok jelent meg, és nem tudnak beutazni és kiutazni az emberek.
No one can leave and no one can enter. Sumeru has become a lonely island.
Are the Fatui behind this too?
Actually, no. This has nothing to do with them. I suspect it's a defense mechanism within Irminsul itself.
Hogy csak akkor a Irminsul belül történjenek meg a Sumerun belül történjenek meg a változások. Tök jó az Irminsulnak a rendszere.
Irminsul is
most
the
elég
source of
igaz.
Teyvat's ley lines after all, and Sumeru is the nation closest to it. I imagine this function was put in place to seal the entire region off in the event of serious damage.
Pont ez az, hogy
preventing the disaster
az ilyen
from
események
spreading to the rest
megoldják
of
az
Teyvat.
egész Teyvatot.
It may have been implemented
Doesn't that mean that the people here won't be able to
Currently, that does appear to be the case, which is precisely why I am here. This is a critical moment for the world, and
I'm surprised you managed to convince her to come back to Sumeru.
Amúgy igen.
Indeed. Even for someone of my wisdom and eloquence, this tested my
Még
skills
a
to the limit.
tudásán is elérte azt a határát, hogy őt begyőzze.
And why should it concern me that Sumeru's in trouble? Surely you don't think I still have feelings for that place?
Judging by your tone, I suppose you don't.
Sounds like you don't know much about my past. And here I thought you knew everything.
All I know is that the Ibis King is the source of your power. He was quite a prominent moon envoy once upon a time, so I do know a thing or two about him. As for your past, I have ways to learn the full story if I wish to, but everyone has secrets they'd rather keep to themselves. Wouldn't you say?
Ennyi, ő legalább tiszteltudó másokkal, ennyi.
I'm glad you see it that way, Miss Nicole. I've chosen to call Nodcry home, which is why I did my part in its hour of need. That doesn't mean world savings become a habit with me. I have no particular desire to play hero in Sumeru, thank you.
I understand. Human emotions do not appear and disappear without cause. There is always a reason to be found behind. Still, if time has taught me anything, it's that human emotions are often complex and in conflict. That's why people change their minds about things all the time.
Pontosan, ez igaz. Ember érzelem komplex.
But that's where we angels come in. Our duty ultimately is to guide people towards their deepest, truest desires and help bring them to fruition. So I wish to hear about your past, because I do not believe you are motivated by hatred alone. And if we still arrive at different conclusions in the end, that's okay.
I refuse.
Elutasítja.
Wait, what? But I
Wait,
set
what?
the atmosphere and everything. Isn't this supposed to be the moment when we finally open up to one another?
De végül is igaza van. Most kell megnyílni és kiönteni az összes érzelmét a múltjára kapcsolatban.
Maybe I'm not so good at reading the atmosphere. You're right, Nicole. There's more to me than just hatred. Had it consumed me, I'd be left stuck in the past forever, never living in the present. But I don't think that your guidance can change my mind. The all-consuming sands, the bloodshed, both deserved and undeserved. Those old emotions cling to me like a shadow.
Do you wish to shake them off?
No. I hope to remember them forever. Those emotions and memories shaped me into the person I am today.
Pontosan,
They'll
ez
always
igaz.
be a part of me.
Rossz emlékeket nem lehet elfelejteni, hozzá kovácsolom minket. Pontosan. Azok is.
In that
Főleg azok
case,
amúgy.
would you like to hear my perspective? At least?
Sure. It's not every day you get to hear an angel's opinion.
A long, long time ago, when the angels still walked freely upon the earth, I found life tedious. Monotonous work, lukewarm relationships. Things weren't nearly as interesting as they are now. And yet, since the angels' demise, I have found myself missing those days on more than one occasion. Human emotions are often attached to a person, a place, or an object. When those things are gone, the memories quickly fade, and the emotions slip away along with them. If Sumeru were destroyed, both rainforest and desert would be no more. With the object of your hatred wiped from existence, both love and hate are intense emotions. But they are nothing compared to the void left behind when they disappear.
Most sophisticated, Miss Nicole. But anyone focused on the future could only ever applaud the destruction of the things they hate. Still, I'm a special case. Someone once told me that human memory is more selective than a Mora-hungry merchant choosing between customers.
Dori,
We all
igen.
need a reality check once in a while, so we don't forget the truth. As much as I dislike Sumeru, this is no way for it to perish. All right, you win.
Az igen, amúgy oké, nehéz volt meggyőzni őt.
How much will you need? You're not gonna milk this for all it's worth, are you?
Hogy nem.
What do you think?
I'll be upfront with you. I don't have much more on me. If that's what you need, I could borrow some from Alice. Or perhaps I could pay in sculptures.
Egy is se kell neki szerintem, valami más kell neki. Hogy ennyi lenne ennek nem?
Just cover my travel expenses.
Akkor csak az utazás kell, jó. Oké, rendben.
Huh? Is that all?
That's all. Given all the people I owe favors to, I can just about justify a trip to Sumeru. Yehoda!
Here, boss! What do you need?
I'm going back to Sumeru for a while. While I'm away, you'll be in charge of the curatorium.
Me? I'm in charge? Whoa! Don't worry, boss. You can count on me.
And that was
Imádom a kis karaktert, imádom.
brought you the perfect person for the job in your hour of need. Hip hip hooray!
That was far more detailed than necessary. Not lacking in embellishment either. I never thought I'd return. Especially not the desert. But life doesn't always go as planned, I suppose. What's Candace up to? I don't think I've seen her yet.
Oh,
She's still taking care of things in Aru village. Should be joining us before too long. Oh, and sorry. Hope we're not interrupting anything. We have some good news, though.
We're planning to go to the mausoleum of King Deshret to look for the legendary Aru, then use it to try and restore the Akasha system.
According to records in the Temple of Silence, the mausoleum houses something called Aru's Chute, which can be used to establish connection with Aru.
We still have some time before we leave, so there's no rush.
By the way, who are these two new faces?
Just call me Nefer. I'm based in Nodcry. Did I hear you mention Aru?
Correct.
Well, I happen to have a connection with one of the 3 retainers imprisoned inside, the Ibis King. I'm here to get things done, so if you don't mind, I think I should come with you.
That sounds perfect.
Megint szétverik a csapat.
Miss Nefer, are you from the desert by any chance?
Why do you ask?
I don't know. There's a familiar air about you. Plus, you mentioned Candace. Sorry, I don't mean to pry. It was just a random thought. I'm Dia, an Eremite mercenary. My work usually keeps me out in the desert.
I'm on good terms with Dory, and she's mentioned you all before. It's nice to finally put faces to the names.
Szóval, hogy már hallott róluk.
However, my associate here is probably less well acquainted with you. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Actually, I'm a little better acquainted than you might think.
Hogy ő beszélt hozzá. Volt is sejtésem, hogy pont ő az.
Huh. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? It looked like you spoke without moving your mouth.
Ventriloquism. I have heard tell of it before.
What is it, Kale?
It's you. You're the voice who's been speaking in my head, aren't you?
De akkor ő végig tudta. What?
You encouraged me to report my dreams to the General Archon, and got me to recite that magic prayer.
Mm-hmm. I have many titles, but let's go with the most pertinent one. I am Nicole Rain, an angel who has lived since ancient times.
Jó, végigkentem, hogy tolnom a story quest-ét, vagy valami ilyesmi. Nagyon érdekes kanattal amúgy.
An angel? Sounds like a big deal, but, what exactly is an angel?
Oh, well, we're a rather long-living race of beings. Not gods.
Nem, Istenek viszont kurva sokáig élnek.
But we can still tell
Kibaszott
you a lot of
elfek.
stories
Ja,
from
mi?
ancient history.
Yep, and she's also an amazing sculptor.
És szobrász? Sculpture azt jelenti, mindegy.
You could say she's a real creative type.
Well, ma'am, if both the Traveler and Paimon give you rave reviews, you must be pretty impressive.
Oh, please don't call me ma'am. I find it so awkward when people get too formal with me. Just relax and be yourselves. No need to be nervous.
Miss Nicole, if it's okay, could I ask you a few questions?
Yes, you may. I can see your heart is filled with confusion, and you are desperate for answers. I also know which questions you want to ask me. Why did you dream of Sumeru City in disarray? Why, I can guide you to the truth. But it involves a person.
Viszont elmondja ezeket viszont csak neki személyesen. Jó, oké. Makes sense. Makes sense. De vajon hallunk belőle valamit? Amúgy, mert azért kíváncsi vagyok én is, tudjátok. Meg ti is.
I thought we were going to speak alone. This is a lot more people than I was expecting.
What's wrong with it? Even the doctors at Dar al-Shifa allow patients to be accompanied by family members.
Well, if Kale doesn't mind her secret being revealed.
Thanks for being so considerate, Miss Nicole. I don't know what secret you mean, but whatever it is, there's no need for me to hide it from my closest friends.
Closest friends? It's so nice to hear that.
Ennyi, barátok lettek.
All right.
Nézzük.
In that case, I'll get right to it. Kale, are you aware that there are god remains inside your body?
What?
I am. When I was young, I got sick with Elazar. Nothing could cure it.
Igen, ezt tudjuk Elazárt, hogy igaz, hogy beteg volt.
The Fatui convinced my mom and dad that they could help, and I was sent to an unfamiliar place.
Igen, a Fatuik meggyőzték az anyját és az apját, hogy egy olyan helyre küldjék, ami is, hát valószínűleg viszont tud neki segíteni.
There were a lot of other kids just like me there. This creepy guy injected us with some strange medicine, which I heard contained god remains. I can still remember the pain like it was yesterday. But thanks to the friends who've stuck by me all this time, I've gradually been able to overcome those memories. Anyway, so you're saying that what happened to me has something to do with the god remains they injected me with?
Most kiderül, hogy tényleg igaz, hogy isteni maradványok úgymond injekcióztak bele, vagy mi?
Yes. Those were the remains of Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers.
Igen, ezt pont mesélte. Egyik sage. A Akadémia sage. Hogy pont egy olyan szöveget mondott, ami csak a Gods of Flowers mesélt, vagy mondott.
Fascinating.
Akkor lehet egy részen Isten. What?
You don't seem surprised like the rest of us. Why?
The possibility crossed my mind when Kale recited the Goddess of Flowers song and calmed the djinn.
You made Paimon jump! What are you doing here, Lilupar?
Geci, fölösségesen van itt szegény.
I was merely passing through when I heard the name of the Goddess of Flowers. Be assured that I share your surprise. You, with the hat. Are you certain? I sense no trace of the Lord of Flowers within her. Well, it is a very small fragment.
Ilyen nagyon apró, oké.
Unless special methods are used to manifest its power, even her closest acquaintances.
Vagy hát nem különleges metódusok, mint gondolom versek és áldások? Valami ilyesmi szerintem azt jelenteni, igen.
After the goddess passed away, her remains were scattered across the desert. King Deshret gathered all the pieces he could find and buried them.
Igen, szóval, hogy utána az Isten meghalt, a részükön szétszorultak a sivatagban. A Deshret királya próbált ezeket összegyűjteni, de voltak, amiket nem tudott. Gondolom ez lenne az, ami kolajban van.
Eventually, the Fatui must have found a way to track some of them down. Presumably for use in some experiment. It's not. You're more shaken than I thought. In one sense, you've been extraordinarily lucky. So many people who yearn for this kind of power never attain it, yet you have coexisted with
Ritka állatfaj.
I don't know what to say. I'm glad that I could help everyone with this power, really. But knowing that a fragment of the Goddess of Flowers is inside my body is... It's a strange feeling.
Well, people value their autonomy very highly. Even a well-intentioned intruder can shake one's sense of self.
I understand how you feel, Kale. But once you get used to it, you'll find it's nothing to be concerned about.
Ennyi. Ennyi, pontosan.
Huh. I guess you of all people have a good reason to speak on this.
2 good reasons, in fact. Incidentally, 3 is the maximum number of Hermanubis's Ba fragments that I could bear.
Let me guess. Because 2's company but 3's a crowd?
Thanks for helping to explain the joke, Tainari.
Imádom Szájnót.
Not my intention.
Goddess preserve me. I should take my leave. This boy in his wolf's head hat speaks much too differently from the Hermanubis I remember.
Kale, all I'm trying to say is, no matter how many Hermanubis fragments there are within me, you wouldn't think of me as Hermanubis. In the same way, you are simply you.
Ennyi, te vagy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So about that dream I had, was it a warning from the Goddess of Flowers?
Yes. Just like me, she was an angel created by the primordial
What's an
humans,
angel?
born with the instinct to guide living beings. Though her body and soul have perished, her essence retains its natural instincts. Even her smallest remaining fragments
Szóval igen, ez
do
a
their utmost to
Goddess
send
of
you
Flower,
that
aki mond figyelmeztette Kolájt. Ez egy ilyen ösztönje. Még a maradék részének is.
Lord of Flowers and Oases? She must have had a premonition.
But I still don't understand. Why me?
Yes. Why indeed? You weren't the only one injected with god remains, but only in you have her fragments I suspect it may be because of the firm will you showed in the face of suffering. She was likely assimilated by that will.
Oh.
Of course, this doesn't mean you have to shoulder any extra responsibility. As this young man said, you are who you are. All right. Any further questions from the
Family member of patients?
If not, we should head to the mausoleum of King.
Let's move out. Time to put our plan into action.
We all hope it'll work. But will we really be able to open Aru? And even if all 7 pillars of King Deshret agree to let us proceed, the scale of the work to follow is daunting to say the least.
Haven't you handled other big projects before?
I mean, the biggest project I've worked on to date is probably the Palace of Alcazarzaray, I guess? But this is orders of magnitude beyond that. It's a total nightmare.
Look on the bright side. At least this time you're actually here when Sumeru needs you most. You won't have to come asking me for details after the fact.
Mock me all you want. But now that I'm here, things will be resolved far more quickly and smoothly than last time.
Ez sose fognak változni.
Kave's self-doubt disappeared in an instant. Like magic.
Well, this confidence is most gladdening. Now, go and pack your things. We'll head to the mausoleum as soon as you're ready.
Jó, akkor mehetünk tovább. Ó, tanfarozán.
Oh, Miss Nicole. I heard you're a very talented sculptor. Is that true?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to blow my own trumpet.
Honestly, even though Kasharawar is best known for its focus on mechanics, plenty of Kasharawar scholars are quite serious about
Úgy
sculpting
tűnik,
as a
hogy
hobby.
ez a Ksárevár, vagy nem tudom, hogy nem is így ejteni, diákja, vagy tanuló, olyasmi, azt hiszem, hobbiként szobrászkodnak, nem csak a gépekre fókuszálnak.
So if
Jó,
they made
érdekes.
your work, that's enough for us. We just have to take a look.
Who's we?
Myself and a few other scholars. Kashif, Daneshvar, come take a look.
Oh, well, if you insist, I suppose there's no harm in showing you.
Most fog flexelni a képességével.
Whoa. Where did that come from?
Look at the level of detail. It's so lifelike. The squirrel descends from the heavens like a champion, and the earth trembles beneath.
Kave? Kave, come here for a sec. Oh, and Madame Farazan, didn't you used to study in our darshan? Come take a look.
All right, but hang on a moment. I have to finish reviewing this proposal first.
You called? What is it, youngster?
This squirrel statue.
Oh, a squirrel. I wouldn't say cute per se. The realism is what stands out to me. Were you trying to carve a statue of a hero, young lady?
Na jó. Imádom, hogy mindnek itt lefiataloz, de szerintem itt ő a fiatal. Most
Oh, a hero? I suppose so. Actually, I didn't really have a specific theme in mind. I just started working on it, and this is how it turned out.
I see. Well, do you tend to read novels about heroes in your spare time?
As a matter of fact, I do quite enjoy those. Everyone loves a good tale of daring do, right?
Then perhaps this statue represents the heroic tale you long to see deep down inside. Also on the subject of heroism, I feel that if the subject posed with a finger raised towards the heavens, it would lend a greater gravitas to the overall image. I'm sure some would call it cliché or old-fashioned, but not me. I think it would be a perfect fit. It has a certain classical beauty about it. Kave!
Amúgy igen, szuperhéró lenni mókus kaják.
Sorry, Madame Faruzan, I'm a little busy right now. Don't wait up for me.
What a pity. That young man has excellent aesthetic tastes. I was hoping to ask him for his opinion.
What a genius idea! Why didn't I think of that? Classical beauty is a great direction to explore. That's it. Once I get back, I'm going to sculpt a heroic squirrel pointing its finger towards the sky.
Mi van?
Precisely. A declaration of victory. You understand my vision. Then place the two statues face to face.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
It'll be a masterpiece. Miss... I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
Just call me Nicole. Madame Faruzan? Was it?
What? Oh, no. That wouldn't be right.
Why ever not? Madam is a state of mind cultivated from within. Anyone may
Szerintem
call me
nem tudja,
madam if they so
mi
desire.
összezavar egy picit.
My dear Miss Nicole, once we make it through these trying times, Should we have the pleasure of meeting again, I shall look forward to
Na,
seeing
tehát,
your
hogy
new work.
barátnik volt.
In this day of
Tök
age,
jó.
it's rare to find people with an appreciation for classical aesthetics. Meeting you was truly...
Honestly, I feel the same way. It's been a long time since I met anyone interested in this style of statue. Clearly, they don't call you madam for nothing. Also, I have to say, you're a very good judge of character. Because when I think about it, I really am someone who likes stories about heroes.
Sorry, keeping watch over heroes? What exactly do you do for a living?
Oh,
Csak
never mind
így
that.
Let's not tell Madame Farrouzan about Miss Nicole's true
Igen.
identity for now.
Szerintem jobb, ha nem tudja.
Good idea. Let's limit the conversation to aesthetics.
Ezzel mi viccelődnek
What's
olyan?
wrong? You look a little depressed.
Kale got a fragment of the goddess of flowers, and all I got was one of the 7 pillars who served under King Deshret.
That's what you're upset about? You're such a child.
Úristen, na jó van. Oh no, unprotected handholding. Na, jaj, között szólt jó, oké.
I hope everyone's ready. We'll be arriving at our destination very shortly.
Utunk a 90-es évek. Jön mi? Bocsánat, az másik.
Why, we've not seen so many visitors ever, really. What is this place now, a tourist attraction? Ah, closer inspection reveals many familiar faces.
You surmise correctly. We are here to carry out a rather enormous project.
Oh, enormous! Why, you've even put a smile on Goatee and Crocco's faces. I know that laugh. Lilipar? What on earth are you doing here?
Oh, this is hilarious. Turns out good things really do come to those who wait. As long as you stay alive long enough. When did you 3 get locked up in here? And still you act all high and mighty, putting on a show for the younglings. Truly hysterical.
Why, you... Yes, I know. No need to shout. You're right, Lilipar. Goatee, Crocco, and I all have the same problem. But didn't King Deshret seal you away? How did...
Who knows? Perhaps you can ask my master one day, should you ever get the chance. Behold, the executioners of old. Some have turned into fragments residing in human bodies, and others are imprisoned eternally. It's almost tragic.
I'm starting to take a liking to this magic bottle lady.
Time is of the essence. Let's get down to business. We come to you, O 3 ancient lords, to request your assistance on behalf of the Academia.
Igen.
If we can help you regain your freedom, then please consider lending us your aid. As for precisely what we need your help with, it's a long story. So, to demonstrate our sincerity, we are prepared to first resolve the problems that plague the 3 of you.
All right, stop arguing, Crocco. And Goatee, don't you start. What's the harm in letting her speak? It's not worth getting so angry about. Forget about her. But do you really have a way to answer them? You once answered the final question, Nefer, but the seal did not open.
Oh.
Unless, with the passage of time, you have found a new answer?
You could say so. When you first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, my answer was a liar's soul. Liars are the best at seeing through the falsehoods of the world. But if you want them to tell you the truth, you have to reach their soul.
Ez amúgy deep, de amúgy van benned, amit mond. Hogy a hazug emberek azok, akik amúgy átlátják úgymond a világot, viszont az igazságért a lelküket kell úgymond elérned.
I think that makes sense.
Igen, ez igaz.
I found it quite compelling myself, and I told Nefer so.
Well, that's simply because it was my answer, not the one King Deshret was looking for.
Can you guess which answer Al-Ahmar wanted then?
Imádom, ki mondja Al-Akbar.
Time. And that's not only the answer to the final question. It's the answer to all three of them. All things wax and wane with the passage of time. Love and hate eventually fade into nothing. Current affairs are always fraught with conflict and controversy. Only time can distinguish between right and wrong. You once described King Deshret as a proud man. I'd say that the prouder someone is, the more inclined they are to believe that only time is
Time. Well. Indeed. Perhaps in building Aru, our king was in fact attempting to reverse time, to bring love and hate, right and wrong, the right...
Akkor is így ennyi? Helyesen válaszolt, egy kibaszott kérdés, és minden oldozott be. Oké. Oh. Hello.
This is the most eventful day I have experienced in a long time. You have my
Are those 3 of the 7 pillars?
Turns out the statues were quite faithful to the source.
You three seem to be in good spirit.
Prison can help a person grow and learn to cherish what they have. Nevertheless, after everything you've done for me, I sincerely hope you never have to experience it for yourself. Hello, Nefer.
It's good to see you, Thoth, the Ibis King.
Nice. Definitely puts my mind at ease, seeing you two getting along so well.
Should we maybe introduce ourselves, or...
Sure. I'm Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. This is General Mahamatra Sino, and this is the former Spantamad sage, Cyrus. But I'm guessing none of that means a whole lot to you.
Everything is equally new to us, in truth. We've been gone from this mortal world for longer than you can imagine.
Pillanat. A drágalátós, mi ez? Seven Pillar egyik tagja. Wolframe egyik shotgunjáról van elnevezve a szobekről. Véletlen? Mutatom amúgy a képet. Ezért volt nekem ismerős. That's a fucking shotgun.
Let's hold off on the introductions
Még
for
meg a
now.
tótok között
We can
van.
always ask...
You're like a helpless parrot. Gods and people of yore are not necessarily welcome in today's world. Self-awareness is one of my finest qualities. I thought I ought to share its fruits with you two.
Is that so? Well, I think we'll take it in stride, just as we did with the 3 questions. Let's not forget.
Fair point. I have to applaud your persistence.
And I must praise you for your wisdom. Now, state your wishes, young ones.
I'm sorry?
Why, your tremendous accomplishments deserve a reward, do they not? You must let us do something for you in return.
What?
General Mahamatra, what do you think?
I won't beat around the bush. Sumeru is facing a crisis the likes of which have never been seen before. And we need your help.
Pontosan.
Every calamity throughout the ages has been connected to us in one way or another, whether we were its cause or consequence.
Whatever is wrong with Ermin's soul, it severely affected the Dendro Archon. She fell into a coma and is...
The Dendro Dragon? I'm sorry, the Dendro
Igen,
Dragon is
ez
helping
őket
to
meglepte
heal
minket
the
is. Én
Dendro
még azt
Archon?
hittem még. Kuradról.
Not a pep, surely. Not vicious, cruel a pep who possesses no virtues aside from her basic instincts. Ah, good heavens.
Oh, I shudder to think what could have caused Lesser Lord Kusanali to suffer such a plight. Still, Why would the Dendro Dragon lend you her aid?
You can help us make history too.
A smooth talker. Well said, lad.
Currently, no one can connect to Irminsul. We hope that by opening up Aru and making some modifications to it, we can use its technology to our advantage.
Unfortunately, Aru is an imperfect creation.
Igen, ezt
King
tudjuk.
Deshret never managed to realize his full vision before his death. Besides, I hear your reasons, but to give Aru up over such would be...
The archaeological records clearly indicate that although Aru's construction took a long time, it was not beyond human means to achieve. Modern technology should solve the efficiency issues. We have no choice but to go all in on this.
This is by no means a threat. But the only reason we helped you escape from Aru was to gain the necessary leverage to negotiate with you. You asked us to state our wishes, and we have. Each one of us here needs your help, as do all the thousands of people living in Sumeru. They need you.
What do we think, my fellow old fogies? Shall we lend our support or not?
Since you ask so nicely, naturally.
Naturally what? Are you for or against?
I simply mean we shall do what comes naturally. You claim that you wish to open Aru. Know you then that the golden slumber created by King Deshret is preserved within?
We do. We understand the risks involved.
Nem hiszem, de oké.
In all likelihood, the mortal world will never again be able to replicate King Deshret's work. Never will there be another chance to come so
Azért
close to
gondoltam bele, hogy
creating a
amúgy
utopia.
lehet igazad van, basszus Werewolf,
Knowing
hogy
this, are you sure
ez a
your
4 óra, még
decision?
lehet valami van benne, mert kb. Már egy ilyen 2,5 óráját tudjuk a questet. Twitchen más utat, de kb. 2,5 óra, 3 óra is. Mi mindig nem vagyunk ott, hogy elindítsuk a gépet.
We are sure. Before people can dream, they must first live.
If your minds are made up, very well. We shall summon our erstwhile colleagues to discuss this further. Saint Shezepank, Saint Beidou. Once you surrendered to silence and were buried with King Deshret. But now, we invoke the right to awaken you with our voices.
Saint Beidou, responding to your call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous will.
Saint Shezbank, responding to your call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous...
Ah, Lord Herreshoff. What a long time it has been. I trust you are keeping well.
Then your trust in my well-being has long outlived your physical body. You have always opened with that same phrase. In life, death, and now even beyond.
Al-Akmar is long gone. What is the reason for this meeting?
You're awake? Good. We are voting on whether to give the people of present-day Sumeru access to Aru and permit them to perform technological renovations. You have the right to...
Aru is the pride of Al-Akmar. Opening Aru requires the unanimous consent of the 7 pillars. I hope you have a convincing reason to present to us.
Ugye ez olyan, mint amikor szószomból belevő menedzsernek, hogy szólja a menedzserének. Szóval ez a szótam nagyobbnak.
Sumeru is currently in the midst of a major calamity. Let us not forget that while Al-Akmar was a stern ruler, he was also a teacher of wisdom. A god without his people shall cease to exist. And King Deshret's greatest wish was to provide protection for his people. Let us then honor our God King's wishes as we consider our decision.
I do not mean to mock these proceedings, but what is the point of a unanimous vote when we know that the last of the 7 pillars, the Dendro Dragon Apep, will never communicate with us?
This will no doubt surprise your mechanical mind, and I have no intention of trying to persuade you it is true. But Apep is, in fact, healing the Dendro...
Can someone attest to this? Do we have any proof?
I ask the 3 kings. Can any of you vouch for the truth? of this claim?
Naturally, the Ibis King, Thoth.
What?
It was Thoth's disciples who revealed the truth to us. We need not debate its veracity. Simply let Thoth bear accountability. That way the rest of us may have a clear conscience.
Harishef, you diabolical fiend.
I awakened our former colleagues for you, supported your opinion, and backed your decision. What sort of fiend would do that?
I miss the days when Hermanubis was still around. At times like this, he would offer to take accountability.
What are you trying to say? Is my word worth less to you than Hermanubis's?
Hypocrite though you are, Lord Thoth, you are humorous in equal measure. How could we bear not to associate with a character such as you? I, Saint Shezpank, approve the Goat King's proposal.
Since King Deshret is no more, we shall receive no reprimand for act. Remember, the moment that Aru is liberated, the myriad souls residing within the Golden Slumber will return to the ley lines. To take this step is to bring the perfect afterlife created by our king to a permanent end.
We understand that well, and we have decided to proceed regardless. Furthermore, the contemporary human perspective would contend that confining souls in this way is no act of benevolence. The deceased have a right to rest in peace.
King Deshret's creation is clearly a place of rest and peace. It is just that many do not see it this way. But no matter. Saint Bid...
Hermanubis' representative and the Dendro Dragon Apep made their choice ahead of time, while the Goat King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King have also granted permission to liberate Aru. By the grace of His Majesty, guided by His wisdom and will.
Gondoltam bele, hogy szerintetek annó, mikor indítani a Akasha rendszer ugyanennyi fáradozásra, meg szopásra járt? Remélem. Jó, szia Pézsma medvem. Hello. Bíróság, üdv a rédelőknek.
What's this? Are we under attack?
Éppen a nagyos Archon Quest közepében, nem tudom, hogy hol járunk.
No.
Mi történt?
Through the sands of time, I see you.
Hello.
Father, is it really you?
Mi történik itt?
It's father, Jibril! That's right! He entered the Golden Slumber, didn't he?
Ó, én már nem tudom, de mi folyik itt. Annyi sok World Quest meg karakter jelenik meg így hirtelen, hogy így what the fuck. Igen, emlékszünk rá.
I smell blood and sand on you. You've grown, strong as a wild beast, and without shedding a tear.
Milyen jó, man. Találkozik a
You have to
dobjával.
leave, don't you? Please, just answer me this. What should I do for you?
This meeting is a blessing from the gods. My soul, once imprisoned along with that of Semail.
Igen, ez megszabadult a lelke. Ember, mi a
Grateful for the chance to see you again.
Jó, oké, kaptam még egy viewer botot. Oké, kivonnatok. És igen, is elkezdtem, és gondolkoztam, van erről gondolkozni, de végül nem is ütögettünk majd NT-e. És akkor téren nagyon le vagyok maradva, mondjuk ennyi 6 órás közt, nem is csoda. Mondjuk azt, hogy én úgy kezdtem el az Archon Questet, hogy Event Fül és Quick Start. Mert én is le vagyok maradva, és szerintem kóros sok ember le van maradva, mert rohadt hosszúak a questek. És mondjuk azt, hogy vannak jelenleg random videó TDR problémáim. Lényeg az, hogy kb. Random időnként lekressel a stream. Meg nem is a stream, hanem a teljes gépem lecrash és újraindul magától. Csak játékoknál. Most kb. A Genshin 2 órát bír. 2,5 óra. Szóval itt sem valami fényes a helyzet, az a lényeg. De ezt akkor tudok.
That the dead should meet the living is itself a miracle. One brief, precious moment is enough. Enough to set my heart at ease. Do not weep for me, Jet. I know you will accomplish many great things in your life. You will go further.
Jó pár Notcrack Quest ezelőtt volt. Ja, értem. Akkor még hosszú. És a Notcrack Questek nagyon hosszúak voltak. Sajnáltal hallom a problémát, remélem megoldódik. Vissza kéne küldenem a boltnak, mert amúgy ez kb. A memória hibával egyenlő, hogy én eddig saját magam észrevettem és kitapasztaltam. Ha minden igaz, nem sokára vissza tudom küldeni, személyesen akarom odaadni. Mert hiába üzentem e-mailt, szalt ebből az egészből. Személyesen viszem be Budapestre, majd a kártyát. Mert tisztán a videókártya problémás. De nem tudom, ez hogyha találsz problémát, akkor próbálod nem megjavítani, de valamire visszafogni. Valamire már vannak tapasztalataim ezzel kapcsolatban. Az amúgy fél évben. Fél év, majdnem egy év. Ez egy köszi. Köszönöm. Meg lesz ez oldva.
Father.
Hey, Jet. Do you want something to eat?
Ennyi, akarsz valamit enni?
I'm fine. Thanks, Paimon. It was just a little sudden. The chance to see my father again meant the world to me. He was trapped in the golden slumber for our sake.
Igen.
And now, after all this time, he can finally rest in peace. I'm glad. It's a huge relief.
Újra így éreztem az előző videókártyámmal. Végre pihenhetsz, kis haver. Az kiéket az a kártya, amúgy szó szerint.
You've grown strong, Jet. More than enough to fend for yourself.
Yeah. I'll leave the past in my memory where it belongs. My family, the good times and the bad. Goodbye, Father.
Elszállt.
Ah, me, what a touching reunion that was. It seems we did a good
Na de amúgy vannak-e tervek nyitásoknál, ha már így mindenki így összegyűlt, meg sokan így vagyunk. Genshin téren persze. Entért nem akarom kérdezni, mert nem vagyok a játékban jártas. De van-e Genshin téren valami terv? Kinek mi, nem tudom, nyitásoknál? Vannak infók, hogy itt vannak befelé következő patchekben. Következő patch, ha jól, minden jól megy.
Either way, Aru is open. Now you have your opportunity. And with it, whatever trouble may ensue. Although Aru was created by a god, human craftsmanship was nevertheless required to build the gate that connects it to this world. Perhaps the relationship between gods and humanity follows a similar principle.
As for your proposed renovations, we cannot determine which functions to keep or discard. Proceed as you see fit, but...
It matters not. The Ibis King shall be accountable if any problems arise. Ibis, you chose to take on disciples, and so it follows that you must accept the risks of associating with humans.
If I'd known you'd be like this,
Nem tudom, csak elindítani.
all of you away in Aru,
Nem tudom,
never to
elég
leave again
időt az egész.
All
Ez
of
van.
us? What does this have to do with me?
Vilify me no further. Scholars, since you have liberated Aru, allow me to present you with a gift. Using Aru's power, we shall install a defense mechanism at our king's mausoleum. You must be guarded even against Irminsul itself. This unseen and unheard From this moment forth, none may by sight or hearing perceive any...
Amazing. And all this is achieved just with the power of Aru?
With technology from the heavens, the possibilities are endless. Just because King Deshret did not use it for this purpose does not mean that it cannot be done. So, marvel away. This is the reward you have earned.
All right.
What?
Well, that resolves the issue of confidentiality. What about the technical side? Do we have the manpower?
Why, yes. I've already contacted them. They'll be here soon.
Oké, önök nem kell belfegyelő mainnek egy ölnek weekly boss-t. Nem tudom sajnos megvenni még, az nagyon-nagyon sokat kell gyakorolnom, de minden évben megcsinálom a szóló Beidou BS Raident. Minden évben. Mióta létezik Raiden, persze, mint weekly boss.
You must be the ones tasked by the Academia with renovating Aru?
Beidounak az kéne, hogy ötcsillagos legyen.
That's right. Good afternoon. I'm Kave, and these two are Termezi and Naisaburi. Hey, I'll hate them. Come and introduce yourself.
We've met before. This is Thoth, the Ibis King, and everyone knows these two. Afternoon, gentlemen.
I've only ever seen these two in murals.
Ah, the paintings in the temple. They show us chatting, playing cards, playing chess. Precisely the activities we most enjoy, funnily enough.
No, only you enjoy playing chess. We were just humoring you.
I wouldn't go that far.
Back to the matter at hand. A preliminary assessment by the Academia indicates that this project requires expertise in various disciplines, including the deciphering of ancient texts, mechanical engineering, the restoration of ancient ruins, and elemental. The most capable minds in their respective fields are here before you. If there are no objections, we'd like to begin our work.
The artisans who built Aru for Al-Ahmar gave their very lives to create...
I didn't know that. We'll do our best, of course, but we certainly won't be sacrificing our lives.
Such brazen words. Humans these days are a far cry from their ancestors. What little respect you
Igen, most azt fel, hogy feláldozzák az embereket is, mint élet, hogy véghez vigyük ezt a gépet, igen, tudom mi ez.
No, that's not what he meant. Please, don't mind him. He shares your sentiments, just not your, penchant for hyperbole. Assuming that's what you were going for?
I just think it's important to manage expectations.
Forgive my lack of courtesy, but we simply can't sacrifice our lives to the gods on completion of the project like people in the legends of old. Here's a first draft of the project proposal for your perusal. Please let us know if you have any requests. Normally, I'd have made it look a lot more visually appealing, but we were really pressed for time on this occasion. I hope you'll forgive me if it's a little rough around the edges.
Ez a három állati felem miért volt bezárva? Őszintén nem tudom követni a questet amúgy. Ezek nem tudok válaszolni a kérdés és benn maradtak, hogy valami ilyesmi, nem tudom már mi volt basszus, na mindegy. Lehet utána tudunk itt nézni a... Itt van mind leírva, meg amit kéne tudnunk, de hát ez rohadt sok minden van itt. És itt van a többi is persze. Igen, be lesz zárva az áruban ebbe a dologba, igen. King esett át a... Na mindegy. Hosszú történet. Igyekszem követni is, de nem vagyok natív angolos, de még szerintem még nekik is nehezen megy.
Naturally.
If my fellow ministers deem this meager display of respect sufficient, I suppose I can consider agreeing to their proposal.
Why are you so preoccupied with the ostentatious displays of respect to Al-Ahmar? We should be trying to make things easy for them. You never know. We might have to rely on these young people to look after us in our old age.
Exactly. This is Aru's mainframe. Be reminded to use it with great caution.
We certainly will. Thank you for your assistance.
You may attempt to lay out punishment should you so desire, though I'm afraid it would be futile. You and I both know that
Szerintem ez minden most kb. Külön egy órás végjáték epizód lenne. Igen. Nem csak az, hogy végignézi, lefordítani, mert értelmezze a mondatot kb. De több mint egy óra lenne.
But more because he was wary of you.
Is that true? No wonder human artisans helped to build Aru then. He actually required human assistance to create his greatest work.
Naturally.
Have you noticed that the Goat King keeps giving superficial responses? It's like he's just going through the motions and leaving the real debate to his colleagues.
He understands the art of perfunctory speech. That's what earned him his position as the Minister of Ministers. It seems the rumors about King Deshret being a poor judge of character are baseless after all.
Excuse me for being blunt, but it sounds suspiciously like you're putting yourself on a pedestal and mocking me.
You're mistaken. And while there's nothing strictly wrong with making every conversation about yourself, it's not exactly a positive tendency either.
You? Whatever.
Imádom, amikor összekednek.
With you. All right, let me pass. I need to look at this console.
It's your job to activate it after all. Let's begin. Everyone, please proceed with the external checks and preparations as per the procedures outlined in the...
Szóval mondhatni, nem is tudom, hogy hologramot fogok nézni egy órán keresztül.
Hello there, youngsters.
Whoa, the Ibis King came to life.
What do you mean, came to life? I've been alive the whole time.
You did say we could start our research, right? Are you having second thoughts now?
I've reviewed the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand device is ambitious in its scope. You have ample confidence in your abilities, I take it?
Nem hiszem.
I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident, but given how bad things are, I'd rather at least try something than sit around waiting to die.
You are the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless links between Aru and the Akasha.
Aru and the Akasha? I thought the Akasha was the Academia's greatest technological accomplishment. Created...
And you too? Do you not know either?
You've read the instruction manual, right? You tell them.
An instruction manual? The Akasha has an instruction manual? The Dendro Archon...
It used to sit on a shelf in the corner at the House of Dana. Not the most popular read.
Mennyire unatkoztatom, hogy álhétem, hogy ilyenek olvas.
If the manual is to be believed, Aru was in fact the original inspiration for the Akasha system.
Ó, értem. Azt hittem, hogy azzal működik amúgy így hirtelen, de... Ezért tisztába.
What? But there are so few records about Aru anywhere. And practically none of the scientific expeditions...
Ah, but this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about the desert, but what is the most important aspect of history? Consider this a quiz. Anyone from Vahumana present?
I'm from Vahumana. It's, well...
Precisely. And a large part of veracity is the chronological order in which events occur. I may as well tell you. In the beginning, Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers, descended upon Sumeru. The glory of the
Igen.
heaven was within her. She brought life, oases, and knowledge to this land. Then she created the Jinn, enlightened them, and ordered them to serve her. Two other gods also walked upon this land where wisdom flowed in abundance, and the three met beneath the great green trees.
Oké, akkor most így érthető, hogy a dzsinek miért követték Kolejnek a szövegét. Mert hogy spoiler lehet, benne van az istenségben valami ilyesmi. Így röviden. De így akkor így érthető.
It was the first and greatest alliance. We should speak with reverence of this covenant between the three, which transcend all the great changes in Sumeru's history began with the goddess of flowers. For King Deshret's sake, she pried into the secrets of Celestia, and for this was so grieved was King Deshret by her passing that he lost all interest in state affairs and devoted himself instead to the knowledge that she had brought back. It was after learning of the technology from that floating island in the sky that he first conceived of Aru. And so, the Akasha was inspired by Aru, while the basis for Aru itself came from Celestia's technology.
Ez a hosszú története az Akasha Systemnek. Nagyon jó.
Well, if the two share a common technological origin, then connecting one system to the other is an entirely feasible idea.
Unbelievable. Have you no reverence at all for celestial technology?
No, I do, but there's no time for that. The schedule is too tight. Blame it on the deadline.
Igen, amúgy. Fogadjuk a határidőre is.
Perhaps you could try coming up with our cutoff dates.
You know what it's like having to turn around 5 different drafts in one day? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah, also, Sir Ibis, King, you don't plan on getting directly involved at all, do you?
Yes, well, you strike us more as having come to give a popular science lecture. Or, wait, does this count as more of a first-hand witness statement?
Neither. Anyway, this sounds like far too much work for me.
Still, if Aru is so powerful, why didn't King Deshret use it for more ambitious ends?
Nagyon jó kérdés.
Because it was never fully completed.
Ez a másik, amúgy is volt
King
teljesítve.
had grand plans, but he perished before they could come to fruition. In the beginning, his wish was to create something that could rival the very world itself. The Lord of Flowers sacrificed everything for that ambition.
Mármint a Goddess of Flower, nem?
What he desired, she bestowed, and thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice had to be honored with the most splendid of monuments, or King Deshret would surely have deemed it a grave injustice. And that monument, built from knowledge and technology, etched with a sacrificial and courageous love, even in its unfinished form, it deserves to be treasured.
Határidő rémálom. Az a legrosszabb dolog a világon a határidő.
At that time, King Deshret said the following to the Lord of Dendro. Since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Hence, the fruit of wisdom from the heavens is not to be devoured. Remember, it is not that I lack the power to become the enemy of wisdom. Yet you and she have taught me much and shown me kindness. For this, I cherish you both. In the end, Aru was only used to store a portion of the souls. It was but a primitive form of the masterwork the king had envisaged. His final hope for Aru was to return to the past, when she yet lived.
So the point you're making is, King Deshret was both powerful and ambitious, and he only ceased his imperious ways out of affection for the Goddess of Flowers and the Dendro Archon. You could see this as an act of mercy, but you could also see it as the sentiments that lay between these three gods placing constraints on him. This was, after all, the foundation of the alliance between them.
Jó, nekem túlmúltak már a szavak.
This explains why Aru was both a prison and a monument, and why the answer to the 3 questions was time.
You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all manner of misfortune. This is as true for gods as it is for humans. Love is the same. It is both a prison and a monument. All right, let us pause the story here for now. Seeing as you've been so diligent, I'll offer a little help.
Köszönjük szépen.
Who's in charge again? Is it you two?
Ajjaj, megkérdezte. Végül is ők ketten.
Yes, me and him.
Now then,
Azt
close
hiszem, ez
your
kérdés lesz, jó.
Wisdom hides in the space between the tangible and the intangible. It is to convey the incommunicable through the simplest of mediums.
Sose hallottam még azt a szót, hogy tangible.
By the power of King Deshret, I shall grant you a glimpse into the unseen secrets that lie at the threshold of existence.
Uh-huh.
Where did this come from? Is it a new mechanism?
It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it visible?
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, the power of our king permits one to perceive ingenuities that do not belong to this world.
What?
This is no ordinary mechanism. It reflects the internal structure of Aru. Whether you choose to increase or decrease, keep or discard. Come, use these to achieve the outcome you desire.
Looks mechanical to me. Better let me handle it, just in case. But wait, how do I get up there?
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator is.
Ó, most nézem, hogy írtak YouTube-on is. Üdv, elaló, a vége nagyon fasz lehet, csak így tovább. Köszönöm szépen. Üdv amúgy. Ezt mindig elmondom, tudom idegesítő, akik ismernek, de ha eltűnnék, kikreselt a gép. Bocsánatot kérek, nem tudok mit csinálni. Remélem, most tudtam húzni valamennyit, hogy ne keresseljen. Na nézzük. Nem tudom, ez a rész, ez rohadt lefárasztotta a maradék angol tudásomat is, ami szerintem nem sok, de igyekeztem értelmezni a mondatokat. Oh, okay, yeah.
Obelisks were used to record important information in the ancient desert civilization. Hey, Alhaitham, there's some writing here I'll need you to decipher. I've sent it to your screen. Do you see it?
Got it. It's a little blurry, but I should manage.
Take a look and tell me what it says. Oh, and I'll send any other similar text directly to you from now on.
Let's start with this one. It's a variant of an older script. Looks like cultural information from the age of King Deshret.
Így szkipeltem legtöbb dolgot, csak akkor jöttem, hogy olyan karakter beszéd, akit szerettek. Teljesen megéltem amúgy, teljesen megéltem. Hidd el, ez nem a legizgalmasabb rész, de várom, hogy ezek veszekedjenek.
If so, I suggest you delete it.
Words thrown together merely for fun. I had no idea.
Well, as long as you're certain that this is strictly private information, that's fine.
It is unimportant.
All right, well, I guess I'll start now.
Tippelnem kell... Igen. Az ott megmarad. És köszi, tovább visszak. Jó. Még skippelve szerintem ez egy sokkal rövidebb akkor ez, de... Ha nem skippelem, lehetem valami 6 órás. Ha jól tudom. Yay.
Found some more. Sending them over to you now.
These are all reports about the Gurubad conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Can we delete them?
I'd say so. Most of this information has already been archived anyway.
What if there are details in there that Vahumana missed? What are we supposed to do if they come after us in the future?
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues now, there won't even be an academia in the future, let alone a Vahumana Darshan.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, done. There's some other similar monuments nearby. I'll check them out.
Nem tudom, amúgy ahhoz képest, hogy egy mechanikus, úgymond gépész kell ide, hogy ezt megoldják. Csak egy egyszerű puzzle. Igen. What? Ezek most... Truth amongst the page of Purana, az utolsó Archon köz kb. Egy másodra spirálolva. Bazd meg, bocsánat, azt a mindenit. Mindegy, végigcsinálom. Kicsit nem vagyok mi maradva Archon köztekkel, vagy csak quick start voltam. De én nem lesznek problémák, így is, úgy értettem volna a köztet.
Hold on.
You're still reading it? How long is it?
Szerintem elég elolvasni, csak többször.
It records the development and governance of the Oasis civilization. Most of it concerns the Jinn, but it also contains records left by the artisans who built Aru.
Oh.
Is it important?
Some of it. There was no way for me to read the whole thing in its entirety, so I had to rely on my intuition to pick the parts worth keeping.
What about the artisans' records? What do they mention?
They're speculations, mostly. For instance, they were wondering how to protect themselves if King Deshret decided to silence them after the construction of Aru was complete.
Sounds like pure mythology to me. Surely that kind of thing didn't really happen.
The records do emphasize that this was merely their conjecture based on various myths. Still, the artisans did leave details of their plans to survive, including blueprints for their escape route.
Even that got recorded? Okay, well, I'll make a copy of this first before I delete it.
Is that truly necessary? You won't be needing those.
De honnan veszi? Ennyire vele az összes elmentettem volna, hogy azt mondta, hogy fölösleges.
No. The blueprints are important. I want to keep them as a memento. I think that should just about do it.
It meets the requirements of the contingency plans, so we should be good.
I gotta say, it's the strangest feeling. This cross between reality and the intangible. It's like drifting between life and death, or in and out of a dream, using my own hands to manipulate illusions that are forever out of reach.
Chasing dreams in the most literal sense. Definitely a novel experience.
What happens if my spirit just floats away?
Miről van szó? Keci, összezavarodtam most így az elmúlt 2 percben. What? Mi a lárom?
That won't happen. Anyway, I wouldn't celebrate just yet if I were you. There's likely to be a phase 2 of this project.
All right. I'd better keep my wits about me then.
No mindegy. Na, hogy én sem meg, amiről van szó. Tudom, hogy nem vagyok egyedül, de akkor is...
Do you worry for the fate of Sumeru as well?
Whoa! It's Sobek the Crocodile King!
Még mindig a sárga jut eszembe.
Greetings, Crocodile King.
Please be at ease. I'm just here to chat with you about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh,
Sounds like you really care about her.
Igen, valamiért nagyon törődik a Nahidával.
Yes, although to be exact, it is a mixture of both concern and curiosity.
Aggodalom és kíváncsiasság. Értem.
Speaking of Nahida, Paimon was wondering how she's doing.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
I tried calling out to a pep, but there was no response.
Jó, igen, tud telepatikusan beszélni, de nem válaszol.
This can only mean that she is focusing all her energy on taking care of Lesser Lord
All the gods who served King Deshret seemed super surprised to hear that a pep agreed to help Nahida. Guessing she made a bad impression on you or something.
Are you aware of the history between her and our king? Then you are learned indeed. I'm glad to know that Sumeru has the support of someone like you. At the end of his life, King Deshret tricked the Dendro dragon into swallowing him whole, leaving her to bear the torment of his sins.
Érdekes módja a bűnhődéseknek a eltüntetésére, de végül is megetette magát és sárkánnyal. Van, aki más csinált a sárkánnyal. Shrek. Jaj.
The Dendro dragon despised King Deshret, yet he outwitted her. Rather than bringing disaster to the land, he chose to deceive her and thereby ensure his annihilation. An act that surely displays his love for humanity. The Dendro dragon stands for the glory of a bygone era. She hated Al-Ahmar and what he represented. All the gods, all the power they wielded. And so, her willingness to help the Dendro Archon through this crisis comes as a great surprise indeed. It makes one wonder whether, perhaps, the Dendro Archon assisted her in the past.
Yep, Nahida did her a huge favor.
So Lesser Lord Kusanali put an
elmondottuk, mi
end to the
történt
Dendro
apákkal.
Dragon's many long years of torment. As much as she loathes the Seven, Apep knows kindness when she sees it. No wonder she was willing to make an exception.
Mikor összefeszítenek, valaki megeteti magát és elkenyar, csak a szokásos. Amúgy igen, csak a szokásos. De mi kreatív módja?
Dealing with her too.
She is not incapable of
Ez a
coexisting
hogyan
with
vezesse
other
véget
living things.
a bűnjének.
Rather,
Jó, ott a
she
sárkány
actively
tényleg.
chooses to avoid coexistence. And this, despite the fact that she symbolizes life. It's all of this being said, I wouldn't expect too much from her if I were you. Nothing will change her hatred towards humanity and gods.
We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how much longer do you think Nahida needs to stay with the Pep?
Nem tudom, amúgy mondani is akartam, amikor Nahida bekerült a burokba. Olyan bazd meg, mintha nem tudom, a Dragon Ball Z-t nézném, és a kibaszott Namek árknál járnánk, bazd meg Gokura várva, hogy kikeljen a kibaszott kapszulából. Aki lát a Dragon Ball, tudja, mi van szó. Esküszöm ugyanaz, bazd meg.
The Fatui might still be in the desert. Just to be on the safe side, why don't we grab anyone who isn't busy right now and go look for her? I'm alright, Paimon.
És megszólalt. Ennyi.
Huh? Was that Nahida's voice?
It seems the treatment was effective.
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
Oh. És megjelent a Pep.
Here will do just fine.
I had no intention of taking you any further. One ought not expect greater generosity than they have earned.
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm. Only those who make it through the swirling winds can know just how beautiful that oasis is. And
You dare appraise my being?
De igaz, a nyugi Nahida mindjárt ki kell, ott is van. Igen, nem figyeltem amúgy.
No, I'm expressing my gratitude.
De amúgy pont erről beszélgetsz? Mindegy. Valahogy éreztem biztos amúgy. Így, itt az a legbelül, hogy biztosan sokan megérkezik. Ez a céltok szólni kell a játéknak, hogy végre úgy hozzátok már vissza karaktert.
Awake already. You are more resilient than I thought.
Pep, I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with Irminsul and Sumero's ley lines will be competently
Tundera.
managed.
Egyértelmű Tundera a sárkány.
If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, you, as the god of this land, will be held responsible.
I understand what you require, but I would assume this task even if you did not demand it. Sumero is my responsibility. I must resume my...
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru.
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me. A god of wisdom is not meant to rule by force.
Then hold steady.
Well, I'll be. Is that a Pep?
Mm-hmm.
Do my eyes deceive me? Of all places, the Dendro Dragon has decided...
I see that after all this time, El Ahmar's menagerie of ministers remain as vile.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived but a little sooner, you might have attended a meeting of the Seven Pillars.
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I have had the displeasure of dealing with today.
Incest. Úristen. Jó, oké.
Goodness knows what
Jó
hovels they
van.
crawled from. Why do all the creatures of this world remain so lowly after all this time?
ilyen rovar, nem tettem rá a szót, hogy mégis amúgy ja, rovarnak hívok minket. Nem, erre van egy jobb szinonim, vagy mint eszembe.
What did you do with them?
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Keep them as trinkets? Brewer, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear, I do not wish to see you or anyone else here ever again, unless absolutely necessary.
Értettem.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your dwelling place.
De ne köszönjük, mert úgyis el fogja
It
utasítani.
matters not to me. Simply refrain from bothering me again.
A force to be reckoned with. At times like this,
Akkor ne csak mondom, hogy mélyebb színűeket akartam neki adni. Tudom, hogy rovat jelent, meg végül sem utána néztem. Nem tudtam leírni magamnak, tudjátok is szóval. A rovat. Lehet, hogy rovar amúgy csak más itt, nem mindegy.
Hold on, just hold on, okay? We're almost there.
Jézus, Atya, Úristenget.
We made it. Huh? Wait, that voice. It's...
Kicsoda? Biztos. És az összes ránk esett. Meglátjuk.
Relief. A pair of safe hands indeed.
The Dendro Archon's familiars. They are the last thing I expected to see here.
Huh? Wait, what are the Aranara doing here? Don't you guys... Obviously I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting them with my Pari powers.
Ó, szerintem a kisztők nem tudták, hogy hogyan húzzák az időt itt, már azért kellettek az aranarák és száus. Ne is mond. Ez a... Divatunk a 6 órás quest, de csak 4 óra fér be, nem tudom. Vagy 5 órát fér be, és kéne 4 óra. Megvan, őket is hozzuk be.
Not just people.
Be van véve.
It's all these non-human beings too. I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. Hey, I'll have to ask everyone to wait while I help our new arrival settle in. Once I'm done, I'll gather everyone to discuss our next steps. Traveler, Paimon, shall we find a place for our friends to stay? Awesome! Let's go! Well, first I have some questions.
Amúgy hogy közben van abban az oázisban, amin Fontén előtt van, tudod. Lehet, hogy megvan, azon annyi mindent így, hogy is mondjam, rak össze a játék, mint Sumerunak a questjei közül, hogy nem tudom követni így hirtelen. Meg ami az a gond, hogy Sumeru kb. Az az egyik olyan terület, amit sokan utálnak, én is kb. És a oázis felé, melyik kezdtünk nagyon unni, és inkább elfelejteni, hogy az létezik. De lehet megcsináltam amúgy, és csak annyira nem emlékszek rá.
Okay, I think that covers everything.
Mehetünk tovább. És követnek minket, de jó. Nem lehet? Csak egy World Quest nem kötelező sztorihoz. Persze, hát ha mégis itt volt Jetnek a questje is World Quest, És annyira az nem kötelező, csak annyit megtudod, hogy kik ők. Hát, miért nem beszélnek, haló?
Hello, everyone. It's only us.
Egy falut. Jó, oké, ez ami rémlik valamennyire.
It must be very tough for you coming all the way out here, especially since you don't like the Voluka. Is everyone back in Vanarana doing well?
What? Wait. Oké, gondolom az Archon lenne az Archon, mint Naida, és a Vassal Tree lenne az... tudjátok, ez a fa, amin most éppen veszélyben van, mindegy, nem tudom, most valami I betűvel kezdődik a neve. Szóval lényegében, hogyha őt megvédik, akkor a fáját is. Ami szerintem minden dialógus skrippelt, szóval nem Idől, Skalamus, Naida, vagy egy fató is beszél. El vagyok én ezzel amúgy. Így engem minden vicces szituációra tudok így nevetni magamban. Jaj. Meg akár ti is. Ha valamit nem vetetek észre.
Everyone's here. Good. Are you okay? You look like you... and you're forgetting who I am. Don't underestimate me.
Rendben.
Red Oh, excuse me! Are you comparing me to Paimon?
No way! Ja, mert hogy nem White Flowing-nak, hogy akarták hívni, hanem Rednek. Bazd meg.
I suppose everyone is gathered here because of me. As we can see, the situation is critical, and everyone is very busy with their various tasks, so...
Aha. Igen, Arabadika, Ararikan, Arapasz, Aradas, mint hogyha nem tudj áthatszolni.
Right now, we're focused on restructuring Aru, processing excess information, and helping restore everyone's confidence. I'm sure you'll find it all very straightforward. I can help too. Just let me know where I'm needed.
Hát, valami fontos. Nara.
Up to no good. That definitely
Kik a
sounds
narák?
suspicious.
Most így hirtelen.
Traveler, Paimon. I have other work to attend to here that needs to take priority. Could I trouble you to... No problem. Leave it to us. Thank you. I'm counting on you.
Oké, most kb. A szó szerint a fő történetszában elküldtek szájkasztálni.
If you are to work alongside the people of Sumeru, you will need to make yourselves visible to them. Is that acceptable to everyone? There's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you do feel afraid, don't worry. Just
Ne
call my
megfelelnek
name
jönnek,
and
aki
I'll
nem
be
egy
there.
aranara. Ja, azt hiszem a fotóisokról beszélt. Szerintem most igen, amúgy én a fotóikról beszéltem, gondoltam éppen az elsőnek.
Very well. Now, Do not fear. We will face it together.
Okay.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
Dendro Archon, you're back.
Are you recovering all right? You mustn't push yourself too hard.
Dehogy nem.
I'm doing very well. Thank you for your concern. I see. Using the power of Aru to reboot the Akasha and gain access to Irminsul.
Irminsul, igen, köszönöm. Az volt.
It's a sound plan, although I regret to be the bearer of bad news. But with the state that Irminsul is currently in, it's impossible.
Alas, we had feared this may be the case.
And what about non-traditional means?
Non-traditional means?
Are you saying...
Desperate times call for new measures.
Ja igen, ezek úgymond visszamentek, vagy visszamentünk. Jövök, Steve. Itt jövök.
Hey, we're here!
Ah, it's you. Is there a situation? The Aranara have good intuition when it comes to people. In other words, there may well be a traitor among us.
Among us. Among us.
Given everything
Van
that's
egy
going
árulónk.
on, I'd be more surprised if there wasn't.
Miss Nefer, as a professional intelligence broker, I trust you have a solution?
Not one that I'm willing to volunteer. What's in it for me?
Let's say I'll treat this as a pilot project aimed at expanding your intelligence operations. Whatever business you're in, an avenue to demonstrate.
I like the sound of that.
Oh.
Glad we're on the same
Jól
page.
átfogom a szituációt.
Given that you rarely set foot in Sumeru, practically no one at Caravan Rebot knows who you are.
I take it you've read the files on everyone in the area?
Yes. I also skimmed the list of evacuees, and am more or less up to date on where everyone stands.
Any initial suspects?
Limiting the scopes to males whose recent activity could be viewed as suspicious. I've identified 3 names.
Szóval akkor 3 férfinak a neveit vannak
The
itt tudnak
Aranara saw
gyorsítani.
2 people talking, but currently we only have 1 suspect. The other person was probably just a messenger, and in all likelihood has already left Caravan Rebot.
Everyone is heading for the desert per the evacuation order.
There's no way it was a spur-of-the-moment decision to act at a time like this. This spy must have been planted long ago. We need to smoke him out from wherever he's hiding.
Kambucs a partiban van, akkor a skivel gyorsan lehet utazni 2 pont közül, szerintem használnak akár vertikális mozgása is. Okay.
Sounds like you have the beginnings of a plan. I see.
So far, we still...
Then let's get closer to him to confirm before we make our move.
And you're certain you've never encountered this person in Nodcrop?
I'm certain. Besides, it's extremely rare for me to have had any direct contact. Sino, stay out of sight and wait for my signal. If he raises any red flags, I'll bring him toward the main...
Understood. I'll take it.
Excellent. Well, it's a pleasure.
Hát amint tudok használni, de igyekszem.
Darker skin, scars, frequents the desert and has ample combat experience. Nothing unusual about how he dresses or acts. A coin. Interesting. Could that be how his contact paid? Sorry to bother you. Has everyone here already left? I don't suppose you happen to see a lady wearing a hat?
Ma'am, what are you doing in Caravan Rebat all by yourself? The main group evacuated some time ago.
My friend and I lost some of our cargo along the way. I didn't want to miss out on potential business, so I told her to go on ahead and meet the client while I retraced our steps. I didn't think it would be so late by the time I found it. And then there was a terrible sandstorm. I guess I must have taken a wrong turn, because I didn't see any large groups on my way here.
Forgive me for asking, but just to be on the safe side, could...
Sure. She has blonde hair, and she was wearing a hat
Jaj,
and a
Nikót
white
keresi.
dress.
Így mondok
You'd
ki.
definitely know if you'd seen her.
Yes, I think that does ring a bell. Ah, my apologies. During this exceptional time...
I understand. Well,
Hey, wait! They left a good while ago now. You'll never catch up with them on your own. Why don't I give you a ride? I'm here to collect the last few people anyway. We have plenty of carts, so one more won't be a problem.
that would be amazing. Traveling with a group will be much safer. I'll have to pay you for your trouble.
Hey, let's not worry about the money for now. Wait here a moment. Once I'm done packing up, I'll take you to join the rest of the group.
All right, thanks. Let me know if you need a hand carrying.
Ennyi, megoldotta.
No need for that. I'm strong enough for both of us.
Okay. Well, I wish there was some way I could repay you. Guess it's my lucky day, running into someone who knows.
You're not wrong there. I mean, what kind of cargo is so important that it's worth risking your life to...
Actually, I suppose I can tell you, since you've been such a big help. But be sure to keep it to yourself, or we could both...
Oh, really? Sounds mysterious.
We're in the antiques business. You understand? Some of our goods aren't acquired through the most legitimate means. We have to be very discreet when we're selling them. That's why I had to go looking for the missing cargo alone.
Ezt tetszik amúgy. Jó, nagyon jól csinálja a dolgokat azok a nefél, nagyon jó.
Ah, no wonder. Well, ma'am, in that case, it turns out that maybe the...
I'm all ears. But to be clear, our commission isn't cheap.
I'm sure that won't be a problem. My issue is, I have something that's...
Aranyból készült a pénz, azt a kurva.
Pure gold. That's
Tiszta aranyból
quite
van.
something. How'd you come across it? Dig it out of some ancient tomb?
If you look hard enough, there are many
It has no distinct Snezhnayan markings. That'll be why he's going with that story. Surely you have an existing business partner. Won't they take it off your hands? I hope I won't be attracting the wrath of my competitors by helping you sell this.
The shop I used to work with is having cash flow issues at the moment after losing some money. I'm under enough pressure as it is without having to deal with them. On the off chance anything went wrong, I'd never get my money back.
Bajon az árfolyam, vagy valami ilyesmit éltek, ami az szobekból. Nem jó, hogy levizsgáztam kb. Ebből. Élmi?
I understand. Gold is the last thing that traders with cash flow problems want to see. Well, in that case, I think we can work something out.
As it happens, I'm just about done packing. Shall we make a move?
Sure. Let's walk and talk.
This evacuation was a huge operation. They needed a few people to stay behind and tie up loose ends. And I ended up being one of them. You're lucky you ran into us in time.
I certainly am.
És én szerintem megyek, majd ha találkozol téve, akkor add át neki, hogy puszilom. Várjunk, egy kérdésem lenne azért mindenkit. Hogy ennyire nehéz amúgy a boss, mert hallottam, hogy valami rohadt nehéz amúgy. Vagy nem tudom. Egy jó barátom megkérdezte, hogy tudok-e neki segíteni, mert nem tudta megoldani a boss-t.
General Mahamatra! No, wait! What are you doing?
What? Igen, hát végig is átvettek
This is the
amúgy.
coin? Good. Sadly, you won't have the chance to spend it.
Nicely done. Looks like Sumeru's mantra are a well-oiled machine nowadays.
Főleg olajozott viccek terén.
Unmarked gold coins are quite difficult to trace.
Hani egyik előttesen boss de ez már végén lesz. Ja nem, utólag nehéz, hogy mikor nem a szoriba csinálod. De azért köszönöm az infókat amúgy.
Here's what's gonna happen. Southeast from here, leeward side of the hill. That's where he's meeting his contact.
Great work. Candace tells me your interrogation skills are highly effective.
Hers are quickly catching up. She's improved a lot in recent years. Looks like it's over to you for the next step.
Because I'm quickest on my feet?
Jó, itt van Steve.
Because you know how to trail a target. Plus, it'll be easier to monitor their activity from the air.
Fine. I'll be quick.
One more thing. The Traveler just brought a message from the Dendro Archon.
De akkor az csak
Once you're done
speedusra
with this,
felteszem.
we're to meet
Lehet,
up at
hogy
the
csak
mausoleum of King
rákényelítétek ez a... az első Dotore boss, gondolom, tudjátok, ami előzőleg hozta a játékba, az is olyan, hogyha nem jössz rá, hogy például mi a meg tudja forgatni a karakterén mozgását, vagy el kell bújni a fal mögül, mikor elsőleg leszponnol, azokat nem tudod, akkor így, nem az, hogy problémás, de eléggé problémás a fájt akkor. Szóval ki, hogy egy erős hírrel kell szerintem, de ennyi. Azt jól nekem most tudni. De van, hogy éreztem, hogy azt kell, mert Nicole miatt.
Gee, I don't know. Maybe you should come with me.
Okay. Then Paimon's coming with you.
Really? You do know this is a stealth operation, right? Meaning, you have to be quiet?
Beszólás.
Paimon, are you sure about this?
Biztos, de nem tudod befogni a szádat. Ezt kellett volna mondania. De erre lehetetlen vagy. Biztos.
Well, Paimon at least wants to give it a shot. Like everyone says, if you never try, you'll never know. Besides, being the best guide into that has to count for something. This should be a piece of cake.
Fine. Join me if you want. But be warned.
No need! Paimon will be super careful. Promise!
Good. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Aztán csak figyelj arra, hogy mit mond, mert ha például azt mondja, hogy ne nézz el, vagy maradj egy helyben, akkor Pálmos utána tomat ad neked. Betudod a szabályait. Na mentem, Jús. Hello, köszi tényleg a tippeket, amúgy köszi.
Too slow.
Mo. Ja, ez nem a sajátom, mert a trial miatt egyértelmű, meg rajta van a fegyvere. T3-as. Ez fáj nézni.
Quit following me. We're here. Now we wait.
Okay, yeah, cool. Cool.
What's on your mind, Paimon?
Huh? Nothing?
I thought all you cared about besides being a guide was food and sleep.
Ez igaz.
Why the sudden urge to go on a dangerous mission?
Amúgy igen.
Supposed to mean? Paimon's been on plenty of dangerous missions before.
Aha. Vagy inkább az Reveler.
But never on your own. You hardly ever leave the traveler's side.
Pontosan.
Just saying. I'm kind of at loose ends right now. So if you did want to share, I suppose I'd have to listen. If not, suit yourself.
Hat guy? Do you think Paimon is useless?
Ez egy erős rész. Két szemszögből tudjuk nézni az egészet, legyünk optimisták vele. Nem Paimon, nem vagy haszontalan. A legjobb guide vagy a világon. A másik az szerintem mi játékos és a community felől. Hogy haszontalan, és sose láttuk még hasznosak a karaktert. Kivételek, amiket nem emlékszünk persze, mert ezeket mindig elfelejtjük. Ez erős. És érzelmes rész.
What? Where's that coming from?
A community, ja.
When we were in Notcry, Paimon suddenly realized something. Even though Paimon's with a traveler every single day, whenever we face real danger, she can't do anything to help.
Oh.
Paimon doesn't get like this very often. She just got really scared when the traveler got kidnapped that time. What if he never came back? What would Paimon do then?
Ez egy jó kérdés, amúgy tényleg amúgy.
And the more Paimon thought about it, the more useless she felt. But Paimon doesn't want to be a burden. Paimon wants to be a friend who's actually useful. Does that make any sense? You know, that feeling of just being completely useless and... Paimon probably sounds so ridiculous right now.
Szerintem tudja, mi van szó.
You asked the right person. Boy, do I know that feeling.
Oh, that guy.
I'm not gonna try and encourage you. What I will say is this. When you start doubting yourself, you have two choices. Give up or change.
De ne a istenség a játék legelején. Egy pélás. Mert akkor meg a teóriák igazak lesznek, és mindig felakasztom magam.
You have to make the decision to move forward.
Légy erősebb.
No amount of
Ennyi.
consultation from other people is
De ne
going
túl
to
sokkal.
help you. So ask yourself, what do you want? To get stronger? To learn more? Whatever it is, go do it. You won't have any regrets if you can at least say that you tried.
All right.
Something's not right. Shouldn't they? Paimon, is it just me?
Should Paimon take a look?
We'll give it another hour. If nothing happens...
Okay. How strange. We've been here for... What is it? Did you think of something?
Lehet, hogy kamu az info, amit megadott.
Something feels off about this whole situation. But I can't... We know for sure that the guy Sinocot had something set up. Yet somehow his contact is a no-show. So, either the handler got caught...
But how would they know to do that? Wouldn't they at least send someone here to check things out?
Imádom, amikor Paimon magyaráz, és így mutogat az ujjával. Kurva jó.
That's the problem. They couldn't possibly know what's happening here. Unless...
Ez egy csapda.
This feels all too familiar. Come on, let's head back.
Even though this isn't a formal meeting, I'd still like to start by saying how grateful I am to each and every one of you. Thank you all.
Shesipang and Bennu are currently assisting the scholars with the maintenance of Aru. Please forgive. As for Hermanubis, may he rest in peace. we remember him with
There have been times when I imagined what it might be like to meet you all. Now that its time has taken many things away, but that which remains is all the more resilient.
I must say, there is one thing that you appear to be in good spirits, Lesser Lord Kusadali. But even so, I can sense that the
Oh no! So even a Pep's power? Don't worry, Paimon. It worked very well indeed. The issue is how closely I'm tied to Irminsul. Until the problem with it is resolved.
Így, de ezt mondta is a sárkány, hogy addig míg a Irminsul-as problémát, hogy meg nem oldjuk, addig nem lesz sose erőteljében.
Sumeru has undergone tremendous changes during your absence. When gods pass away, inevitably, people's faith in them grows weaker. You must have sensed it already. Your power is not what it once was.
No, elnézés. Elkezdesz, hogy tudom, egy ilyen 10 perccel, de azt simán nem is belállítom. De játékból kilépek. Csak amiatt nézek, hogy ne kapcsoljon le a stream, meg ilyesmi. Folytassuk tovább majd a játékot.
Then what do you suggest?
We take all the help we can get. Sumeru is our shared home. You and I, gods and humans alike. We must unite all our strength in this moment.
Though Al-Ahmar is no longer with us, the alliance between the three gods remains in force. Regardless, not to mention that it was the people of Sumer...
You really know how to give a rousing speech, Koti.
Now then, let us learn...
The brightest minds...
Correct. Irminsul has existed after the heavenly principles arrived. The power of the light realm was divided since then.
Jó, oké, csak mentsem el ki a
Everything in this
játék.
world has been inextricably linked as the Dendro Archon. I have a duty to protect Irminsul. Tavad has seen many upheaval. I made sure to monitor all the path. I still believe that someone had by entering Irminsul through death.
I see what you mean. You cannot simply stop all deceased souls from returning to the...
That's right. As important as it is to guard against external threats.
Please, understand how difficult this predicament was for the Dendro Archon.
Defense has never been an easy task.
After Irminsul was invaded, my authority was quickly restricted.
Nincs
Soon after
hozzáférése.
that, the tree began denying access to it.
I'm sure you feel responsible, but you are not to blame. No one can predict every possible disaster.
But the people of Sumeru should not have to endure this. We must find a way to break through the lockdown.
And this is why you need Aru.
Yes. The only thing in Sumeru capable of rivaling all I managed to do before falling into a coma was make some minor adjustments to Irminsul. Using Aru is a last resort, and a move that comes with enormous risks. The scholar's initial plan was to borrow Aru's power to reboot the Akasha. Unfortunately, Irminsul has suffered far greater damage than they first. To rise to the challenge, we had to resort to more extreme and far costlier means. To reclaim Irminsul, her brightest scholars have made further modifications to Aru with multiple goals in mind.
Human wisdom has clearly improved over the millennia. You have not only our support, but that of the Jinn, the Aranara, and the Pari.
Together, we will do everything in our power to save Irminsul.
By the way, when you spoke earlier of an intruder, it almost sounded as if you knew who you were dealing with and what they were.
Well, since you ask.
Ja. Senki nem ugye egy kicsoda az meg amúgy. Jó, hogy azon tudom, hogy egy kicsoda, de akkor is. Mi a... Ez rohadt menő néz ki. Ezt írta YouTube chat részen Scaramouche. Igen, ez a neve. Ez skipperel másfél óra lesz, szóval nice.
Is this Irminsul?
Szóval tippelnem kéne. 9 óráig itt fog ülni. Nem mond.
Luckily, we managed to evacuate everyone.
What in the world was that? That was terrifying!
Oh my. I understand now, Dendro Archon.
Not once over the millennia has Irminsul been so terribly
Please continue, Dendro Archon.
Irminsul's root system is what comprises the ley lines. In the past, it has always been hidden away. It has become a tree of unbridled greed. A clear...
Blasphemy. From where I stand, an experiment in the name of blasphemy sounds rather But if we are to honor Dottores' will, this is what we must do.
The birth of this tree proves to me beyond doubt that this incident... But to explain the situation in full, there is someone I need to tell you about.
Igen, szóval nagyon ide elmagyarázza, hogy mit tud valójában a second fotóiról a The Doctor. Az igazi neve Zandik. És a bűnei túlmutatnak a feliraton alapján, amik úgymond el fel vagy jegyezve.
Zandik. So it was him. I saw him in the desert once. A man of...
But didn't Dottore die and not cry? He must still have loyal followers amongst the Fatui. Even so, I'm still unclear as to how he has been able to wield such
Igen,
a
szóval
profound
elég
influence over
hűséges követője lehet ez, aki tényleg a fotóik között, és viszont még mindig nem tudja ő, Naida, hogy hogyan tudta ennyire befolyásolni a Irminsul-t.
I can confirm that Fatui forces have arrived in Sumeru City. Furthermore, Irminsul seems to be undergoing some kind of mutation. Evil branches are beginning to grow. Sorry, I couldn't think of any other word to describe it. They don't seem to be fully formed physical entities yet, after all.
A baleful tree climbing up into the heavens.
Ó, ez jó, ez jó. Egy fa, ami a mennyek felé mászik.
Speaking of Dottore, I have some information on that front as well. I didn't think it was wise to state this out in the open. But my theory is, the mole wasn't cut off after he was...
You mean, the Fatui never intended to follow through with him?
It's hardly a conventional strategy, and the rationale behind it is pretty twisted. But as it happens, I know someone who works exactly this way. And when it comes down to it, his goals are very simple. He just wants to confuse people, so they can't figure out.
Igen, röviden eltelt a figyelmünket azáltal, hogy kb. A három emberünket, Nefer és Sinót így másfele rakta a figyelmét.
He's been a collaborator of Dottore's from the outset. That fact alone confirms that Dottore is involved with this somehow.
There is still much to be done. Everyone, please remember our core strategy.
As per the discussions, the following groups must act immediately. Mr. Alhaitham and Mr. Kave, the next phase of the Aru renovation project must begin right away. Godspeed to you both.
Ez a legjobb angol szó, Godspeed. Godspeed to you.
We'll give it everything we've got.
The plan looks feasible, but the implementation will...
General Mahamatra Sino and his team will help to procure the materials required for modifying the terminal.
No problem. I've already spoken with Sethos and Hat Guy.
This kind of thing is best left to the fleet-footed.
If it's efficiency you're after, we're the right people for the job.
Following up on the elemental energy amplifier we discussed, Miss Dory, I assume you're the one most familiar with the step.
Yep, that's right. Leave it to Lord Sangama Bay.
Got it. Well, I'd like Madame Farazan,
A hőszaküldivel egy kicsit lurkoltam, mert Dentében egy-két anomáliát csináltam meg, a Neo 2-ben haladtam valamennyit. Köszi kérdésed, egész jól. Ennyi most el kell tudnom, csak várom azt, hogy a játék kicsit így megálljon a questeknél. Biztos, hogy ment, de és el kell azt majd mennem.
Dia, Candace, and Nefer, you'll be in charge of negotiating between the various parties. I trust you remember our goal.
You bet. We can handle it.
Good. I believe that covers everything.
Amúgy, ja, Neo eszembe jutva, nem tudom, hogy benne lennétek-e abba, hogy tudom, ott van például a Nier Replicant végigjátszás, azt amiatt nem folytattam el amúgy tovább, mert tudjátok, a sok crash miatt így is elég szar játszani, de amint megoldottam a crash probléma, mi lenne, ha benne lennék egy olyanban, így már terveztem régebb óta játszani a játékkal, végigvinni streambe The First Berserker Kazant. Nem egy könnyű game, mert láttam akkor, amikor megjelent a játék videókat, és valami rohadt nehéz a játék. Lényegében Souls-like játék lenne.
Must be tough being Nephis' student, getting bossed around all day, every day.
Nekem is jövő héten gacha hét lesz, megpróbálom beosztani a 3-at. Kitartást.
Hey, don't try and drive a wedge between us, you old.
Szóval ja, itt lehet, hogy tervezem végigvinni a játékot, amint így a dolgok helyreállnak. A procit értem ez alatt, meg a videókártya főleg, hogy ne keresseljek ki.
All it says to me is that Master Nephis has faith in everyone's abilities.
Exactly.
Azt tudom, hogy én lehet, hogy végigviszem, szerintem meglátom, azért egy minimális így mond pénzeit teszek szert a vizsgálom letételével. Nem azt mondom, mindent elgondoltam így egybe. Tudjátok, ez nem az a legjobb döntés a világon, de egy gémet vennék. És már olyat teszek, amit mindig is akartam. De nem, Nier, a folytatás is lesz utána. Azt mondom, csak azért idejéltem, mert crash-elek, de azt mindenféleképpen be akarom fejezni. Azt nem fejtettem el, fogom azt folytatni. Csak azt gondolom, nektek is rossz. Én egyenesen utálom azt, hogy például kikresselek random, és mindig le kell állítanom a játékot, hogy leáll a stream, meg ilyesmi, és újra kell indítani. Remélem, minél hamarabb megoldódik a probléma.
Right. Especially you, Dendro Archon.
Don't worry about me. The Dendro Dragon's life force will sustain me. We'll be there every step of the way. Nahida will be just fine. Yes. I believe in myself. And well, time to get going.
Oké. Akkor... Közben nem próbáltam, még a pushánk van nekem talomban. Aha. Nézzetek utána, érdekes amúgy maga a játéknak a grafikai dizájnja. Mindenféleképpen nézzétek meg, nekem rohadtul bejött, amikor megláttam elsőnek a trailereit, hogy kinézett a game. A sztoriban is erős, bár nem tudom, sokat nem tudtam meg a sztoriról, de egy rohadt nehéz játék. És azon gondolkoztam, egyből egy olyan challenge-et kénekezni, hogy no heal. Egy ember, amúgy emlékszek rá, amikor megjelent a játék, kivitte, utána kivitte még egyszer úgy, hogy egyszer nem healelt a játékban. Nem azt jelenti, hogyha meghasszakul kell kezdeni az egész gémet, hanem csak annyi, hogy nem healelt. Egész végig. Szóval még egy kis nehezítés lenne. Na jó, és akkor én Kb. Ilyen 15 percet el tudnak, jó? Oké. Eltűn, így nem fogunk leállni se. Visszajövök, és akkor folytassuk tovább, srácok, a játékot. Addig, nem tudom, jó szórakozás máshol, vagy jó étvágyat, vagy nem tudom. Mindjárt jövök. Jó, srácok. Szavaztok. No, volt is tovább, akkor én mondtam, visszatérek. Nem fogunk resselni egy órán belül. Ez a... Néha a crash-et így nem tudom, úgy látom így a szememben, mint hogyha egy, nem tudom, túlmelegedett számítógépen, hogy eszközt tudjátok, ez a hagyd egy picit pihenni, majd később neki jó lesz. Hát, kb. A szituációhoz hasonló. Nem tudom, mennyire működik, de ha igen, akkor így kell játszani, mi? Látom, mi páran elmentünk. Van, hogy sejtettem amúgy. De... Elrejtem valami másfél óra van hát a közből. Pontosabban szerintem, hogy 2 óra. Szóval igen, ott hagytuk abba a témát, hogy amint helyrehozom a gépet, szerintem befejezzük a Nírt. Az kb. Sok időt fog elvenni, azért mondom, a kezem még így arrébb van. Nyáron befejezzük a Nírt, kezent akár elkezdhetjük. Pillanat. No. Bejebb kell mennünk Sumeruban a piramishoz, újra.
An orange snow dances in the air? So this is the fabled desert.
Ez a szerver. Vagy belső telefon. Jó, semmi komoly, semmi komoly.
To what extent we can implement the final plan depends on how successfully the Akasha can be modified and configured. And to make sure the configuration works, Aru will also need some further optimization.
Yeah, no surprises there.
Once we roll this out, any Sumeru citizens who already have Akasha terminals can simply continue to use their existing devices. This still leaves us with a significant equipment shortage, though. Many groups of people were never issued Akasha terminals, including mercenaries, the desert folk, and many others.
Az nagyon durva, most azt az eszközt kell az embereknek használjuk, amit úgymond, hát bizonyos okok miatt meg kellett szüntetni a használatát, most újra kell használni, hogy kb. Megmentsék az életüket, de még azokat is el kell venni, akik alapból sem használták.
Need a supply of rare materials for the renovation of Aru and the production of new terminals. Right now, the best place to source these locally is from the primal constructs within King Deshret's mausoleum. Time is not on our side here. It's going to be a race against the clock.
The Aru merge and renovation project will have to be carried out by you two. Everything's riding on this, so failure is not an option. Best of luck to you both. As discussed, General Mahamatra Sino and Mr. Hat Guy will source the required material. Mr. Sethos is quite familiar with the layout of King Deshret's mausoleum. With him accompanying them, things should...
I have every confidence. In the meantime, we may as well take a breather.
Makes sense. There's not much we can do until the material...
Get information and stay close.
What is this, boot camp? Knock it off.
It's just Sino being Sino. You know what he's like.
Everyone clear on our mission objective. Look at the excess primal constructs, dismantle them, and extract the required material.
And King Deshret's 7 pillars agreed to this?
If they're just sitting there doing nothing, we might as well put them to use. Thoth's words, not mine.
Ó, my figyelj, nekem milyen. Emlékszek rá, skacok, hogy ezt streamben csináltuk, ahogy felfedezzük ezt a kibaszott helyet. Úristen ember. És kb. Megcsapott a nosztalgia faktor, hogy itt végigmentünk, nem is tudom hányszor, hogy az összes ládát szomorúban meg tudjuk találni. Végeredmény nem lett meg az összes láda. Senki nem hitt, hogy meg lesz. Még én sem, ja? Miért a Shadow-t kell használni?
Cry louder! Behold! Surrender! Squall Fury! That's far enough!
De jó használni a játék előző legjobb Onemo DPS-ét. Tisztelt a... Hogy is mondjam? A Shao-nak. Azért valójában egy időszakban Shao nem igazán volt, nem azt mondom legerősebb. Mégis erős volt, de... addig még szárnyú meg nem jelenti játékban, addig hát nem tudom. A többi úgy mellett csak hogy létezett. Most... Szerintem még majdnem ez a legerősebb. Főleg a franchise-osok közül. Fuck. Lett tévelek amúgy. De kevés látom. Szóval de mindig is jobban szeretem használni. De sose tudod, úgymond. Mi a legjobb szó rá? Fény mutatni mennyire erős. Csak egy patchbe kell még. Valakinek meg inkább mondom szerintem Pyro DPS-nek. Hiába nem úgy.
Let's take them back for the others to review.
De jók, hogy ők amúgy adják a hírt. Jaj, le van, se tolják a karakteremet, geci.
Squall Fury!
Your sins weigh upon your soul. You stand condemned. Your penance is due.
Oh, nice.
How many do we need again?
Enough to make an Akasha terminal for everyone who doesn't own one.
I remember you telling me how revolutionary these Akasha terminals were. You've used one before.
The academia declared the Akasha to be the most powerful and comprehensive wisdom dissemination system in history. That should give you an idea of how powerful it is.
Certainly sounds impressive.
There you go.
Neither Hat Guy nor I
Thanks,
have ever
Anthony.
had an Akasha terminal.
Well, if it all goes to plan, that's about to change.
Oh, goody! Thank you so much for handling the delivery. What a long way it was. You've really outdone yourselves. I'm well aware what a bumpy, dangerous journey it must have been. Now, I would have loved to oversee the process myself, but of course, those of us who know the plan can't leave the mausoleum.
Oh, trust me, I'm patting myself on the back for my assembly work here. Simply flawless work.
What does anything show us?
But will you really be needing all of this?
Mm-hmm.
According to our plan, yes, this is the quantity required. I have no complaints about the quality either. Only the price. So expensive.
So expensive.
I heard you covered a lot of the funding out of your own pocket.
Oh, that's an exaggeration. The academia provided most of the funds.
Igen. Persze, az akadémia adta legtöbbet amúgy, igen.
Of course, the real tragedy is how little profit I'm making on this. You know, it's a serious crisis when you can't even make money out of it.
It's really quite a beautiful design. And I'm intrigued by how such a diminutive device is able to output the power of the Light Realm.
Did you attend the lecture on Light Realm energy, Madame Farzan? I don't believe I saw you there.
Of course I attended. I was just a little late, so I had to listen to the whole thing from outside the back door.
Okay, jó.
Anyway, I have a perfectly good understanding of Light Realm, elemental and abyssal energy, as well as the relationship between the three.
Good to know. Master told me in private that the conversion process between Light Realm energy and elemental energy involves highly classified knowledge that shouldn't be disseminated too widely. But even so, the scholars still shared said information.
Well, you can't enforce a rule that everyone breaks. Is that the idea?
At first, the Dendro Archon
Ez
was
igaz, szóval
reluctant
nem
to explain
erőltet
it
még,
in
hogyha
great
meg van a
depth for
tör.
safety reasons. Later, she came to terms with it and simply informed my master that we would all have to face the question of survival together. To protect someone from such dangers means keeping them in the dark. But for someone to know and embody the wisdom within, they must understand its very essence. It's an information hazard. We're exposed to danger just by knowing the facts. And just like bait, it lures us in by offering us the solution to our problems. But if you're not careful, you'll end up pursuing it down a dark path. A tricky problem. But today, this big problem has been broken.
What do you mean?
I get it. For instance, you and I share secret knowledge, while she and I take on the risks of life, death, and fate. Something like that?
Hey, what? That is not what I call a trivial problem.
Well, as they often say in Vahumana, an event that is monumental to the individual is negligible in the grand scheme of history. Generally, the fate of the individual is insignificant affair.
Being from Amorta, where the subject of our research tends to be a lot more personal, I have to disagree.
Sok benne a nehéz angol szó. Mindegy.
In other
Nem az a
words,
lényeg.
the big problem of survival has been broken down into many small, interconnected factors.
When the same secret is shared with a group of people, the same fate binds them together.
Oh.
Most people would find this unimaginable, but to us scholars, this is the path that has always beckoned to us.
Sharing knowledge is a good way to fight against fate. I will always believe in that.
Ez igaz amúgy. A tudás azért sorsan tud minket vinni, ami
I think that's
teljes mértékben
everything.
igaz.
Thanks a lot. But don't go anywhere just yet. I'll still be needing you to calibrate the equipment.
Okay, the materials are ready. We can proceed with the next phase. Al-Haytham, how are you getting along?
Most of the information in Aru is written in ancient desert scripts. Some of this is written in a tribal language, while other parts seem to be a variant of an Oasis script, based on the glyph forms.
Oh.
Össze-vissza mindenféle nyelven.
Not lost to history, I hope.
Chaos language. Nír, látjátok nyelni.
Some are. All we can do is infer the meaning based on the rules of related languages. Although, this section actually fills in some of the missing historical record. I'm transcribing it so we can bring it back to the academia.
After Aru started up, 2 more lines of text appeared here. Can you read them?
Humans may not read what is written by the gods, except by not reading.
What? Az emberiség, vagy az emberek nem tudják elolvasni, hogy mit írtak az istenek, kivéve nem írják le.
Victory should not
Valami
be
ilyesmi.
easy to attain, for it symbolizes divine wisdom. Knowledge must not waver, for it has external borders.
Is this a clue to solving a puzzle? Or is it being symbolic? You can't read it unless you don't read it. Victory is wisdom. Knowledge is confined by borders. Wait, I think I've got it. It's a metaphor, isn't it? It's talking about
a chessboard.
Igen, pont erre gondoltam.
You were right. The youth of today are skilled at solving riddles.
Have the secrets buried in the desert not been unearthed over the years all this?
Oké, talán a másik része, hogy még ki lehet találni azt, hogy ez éppen egy sakk tábláról van szó, de az elsőből nem. Vagy de utólag igen, hogyha az másikat nézzük első és az elsőt. Oké, jó. Nem teljesen, de valami.
Overly cryptic sentences. Don't you get tired?
Ah, it's you 3. Just in time. We've been delving deep into Aru, and now this board has appeared.
I've heard this was how you'd while away your free hours. You must be quite the experts by now in that case.
It is true. King Deshret's chess games are some of the most well-loved of all his wonderful creations. If you have ever been to Safhe Shatranj, you may well be familiar with the chess pieces you see here.
Is this chessboard supposed to be another visualization of the interior of Aru, then?
Naturally. Visitors, everything is ready. Only by completing...
1 second. It's not
Csatlakozni kell
dangerous, is
hozzá.
it? Dangerous? I should be the one to go, then. Wait for me here.
Sounds like the self-confidence of our present company has rubbed off on you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm your upperclassman, and that means I have to look out for you.
I appreciate the sentiment, but a game of chess typically requires 2 players. Besides, I'm sure they won't let things get out of hand. Keeping things relatively safe is in your best interest too, isn't it?
Fair enough. I mean, you guys are controlling the difficulty, so please don't go too hard on us, all right?
Ah, but Beidou said he wanted to put some respect into these whippersnappers.
Thank you. Obviously, we'll still try to be careful. This doesn't seem like ordinary chess. Is the goal to defeat the opponent?
No, you must enter the board and pass the trials we have placed there.
Oké, vannak próbák a táblán belül, igen.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Majd rájövünk, nyugalom, majd rájövünk.
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
Ah, but the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct, living on in suitcase form of all things. Amusing.
Ho! Excellent work.
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
Ah, but the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct, living on in suitcase form of all things. Amusing.
Ho! Excellent work.
Vagy... És akkor így kéne bejutnunk? Oké. Jézus, Atya Úristen.
Now, don't be nervous. I'll make it nice and easy for you.
Really?
Thanks in advance. We appreciate it.
Oké, és akkor meg kell mennünk itt, hogy ki tudjuk teljesen balra. Oké, ez lehet nem kellett volna. Ó, megvan. Jó, elrontottam. Tudom mi van, tudom. Másik irányból.
Now is the time for my trial. Now, don't be nervous.
Jó,
I'll make
igen.
it nice and easy for you.
Really?
Thanks in advance. We appreciate it.
Igen, és akkor ide. Most... I see. Hogy is van?
Ibis King, Don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Nem lehet átmenni, jó.
Suit yourself.
Ezt ki tudjuk kapcsolni. Ó. Nem? Jó, ezt lehet újra kell kezelnem.
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
Most jövünk erről. Igen, nem érjük el, jó. Akkor... Így. És akkor most tudjuk ezt innen megtolni, ide jönni, ezt bejebb tolni, ezt meg oda tolni. Tökéletes.
Done.
Ez is sok lett volna, inkább csak tologatós.
Finally, it's over. But seriously, that was incredible. Standing on the chessboard felt completely different from standing on solid ground. And also, oh, sorry. I'll save my thoughts for later. Thanks to the three of you for helping us out with this. Is it just me, or were you giving us quite a lot of guidance along the way?
We made but a humble contribution.
You lived up to our expectations. Bravo! Our aid was not given for naught.
In addition to the existing functions, I'd like to ask you for another favor. Since Aru's interference shield can cover the entirety of the mausoleum, it should be possible to extend its range even further. Perhaps...
So, building upon the existing functions to... Ah! I'm with you!
Imagine for a moment. What would the ideal outcome look like if this function were compatible with the devices?
I agree. This is the best solution possible. Please, everyone, we beg you to help us.
Me, oh my! Well, since you ask so very nicely, I suppose...
Naturally.
Time to go! Let's go find Nahida!
Na, már kell még valami, ami nem tudom, haladnék.
There you are.
Yeah.
Miss Nicole truly is an angel. She shows great wisdom in guiding others, and she has already sent word to Netlin on our behalf. She said that while the other members of the Hexen Circle are busy with important work, she is quite free, and she is more than willing to accompany the people of Sumeru for the entire journey. That's Nicole, all right. Always super patient and loves to help everyone out. She's the best. She is. So kind and enthusiastic.
Az úr, hogy egy Archon is amúgy ennyire dicsekszik.
Well, time for us to get going. Let's head.
Hogy segít úgymond másoknak. Azt a kurva, mondom, ránéztem, és így mondom, úristen, nem gyönyörű helyre nézünk, és így... Hát... Sivatag. Tényleg itt van a határ.
This should be one of the closest places to Natlan in all of Sumeru. There's the barrier Nicole and Nefer mentioned. It completely cuts this nation off from the others. But why? Why separate you from the rest of the world now, specifically?
Mert bazd meg, mindenki veszélyben van. Nem, a Traveler nem figyeltem, hogy a sztorira? Jó, értem azt, hogy tétök ez a mindenkit bezárt, ez nem jó, az kéne, hogy csak a embereket még átengedje, de mindegy, inkább hagyjuk.
And if I'm not mistaken, Irminsul was polluted once before.
Okay.
I'm wondering the same thing myself. That voice. Mawika! You got here pretty quickly.
Hello, traveler. It's been a while.
Komolyan neki írt az kicsit a Mawika. Bazd meg.
Hello there.
Oh, mit van ide is?
Hello, Dendro Archon.
Malika, I apologize for asking you to meet at the border on such short notice. I also apologize for not being able to greet you in person. The form in which you see me now is one carried by the traveler. The real me is inside the mausoleum of King Deshret, and I am reaching out to you with my mind from here. Irminsul has been infiltrated by the Doctor. We must be on our guard, as he can spy on information in the world from within the tree. Fortunately, there is no record of the traveler in Irminsul, and you are still within Natlan's borders.
My records will be preserved in the Night Kingdom, rather than the ley lines. As long as the Night Kingdom remains disconnected from the ley line cycle, the Doctor has no way of knowing my movements.
Oh, so cool.
Exactly.
So by meeting each other in this way, the meeting essentially never happened. No wonder Paimon didn't come. You were concerned that her activity would be recorded by Irminsul.
Wait, akkor igazán volt. Akkor igazán volt. Ez említve volt azt mondom a streamben, hogy a Traveler tevékenysége nincs úgymond a világ adatbázisában, hogyha adatbázisként nézzük az Irminszult. De Paimon igen. Ott van.
The Natlanese have heard about the situation in Sumeru. With the borders sealed off, merchants have been forced to stop their shipments. It's pretty serious, and you're the ones bearing the brunt of it.
I'd like to address the question you raised at the beginning. I can offer a brief explanation, although it will sound rather cruel. I don't reach this conclusion gladly, but Irminsul predates the heavenly principles. It existed long ago, when the dragons of Natlan were at the height of their power. So even when the people of Sumeru became ill because of pollution, it was not a critical issue from the perspective of Irminsul itself. As long as it continues to function normally, the barrier will not be activated. But this time, the Doctor's invasion has directly affected the tree. The heavenly principles established a rule that when Irminsul is plunged into grave danger, a portion of power will be reserved to isolate Sumeru. That way, even if Sumeru is destroyed, the outside world at least has some time to catch its breath.
We'd certainly need it.
The heavenly principles created almost everything that exists in Teyvat today. To them, preserving the existence of the world and its inhabitants takes priority over protecting Sumeru.
Meaning, protecting Sumeru now falls to you.
Pontosan.
Yes. My own power may be limited, especially compared to yours. But that doesn't mean that we're just gonna sit around and wait for the end. If necessary, I will utilize any and every means at my disposal.
Nicole of the Hexen Circle didn't say exactly what this meeting was about. But after hearing everything you've said so far, I think I can guess where this is going.
That's right. Nahida and I discussed it at length. We both know how presumptuous this is.
You need the pyronosis, don't you?
Ó, értem. Aha.
Yes, you guessed correctly. Originally, I only intended to borrow it, but the situation is far graver than I foresaw.
Jó, és Sumerunak kell adnia a pyrognózist.
What I ask of you is to please give the pyronosis to Sumeru.
Why do you sound so nervous? There's no need to be shy.
Surely a gnosis is pretty important to a god.
I guess, but it's not as if losing it would suddenly render us powerless. But I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. With all the nations you've traveled to, and all the gods you've met, you must have realized that by now. As far as I'm concerned, a gnosis is basically an elemental energy enhancer. But I don't usually use it. You know me. I like to think I'm pretty strong without it.
Ennyi.
Yeah, not about to dispute that.
So you see, you don't need to sweat it. Here, take the pyronosis.
Meg, hogy sose használtál, gondolom egyszer-kétszer, gondolom azt szórakozva, hogy elővettem, meg minden. Most ilyen tele nem emlékszek rá. Tudjátok, ez a többször kéne, de úgy fogja.
Just like that?
Just like that. To tell the truth, I've always toyed with the idea of giving it to someone who needs it more than I do.
Érdekes gondolatok, hogy mások vagy, akinek nagyobb szüksége van.
I know you accompanied Nahida here to try and increase the chance of success. It's a good thing you did, because your involvement is one of the main reasons you've managed to persuade me.
Are you sure about this? Handing over your gnosis just because of me?
I won't try to quantify it, but trust me. Handing over the gnosis to Tumaini is far from the craziest idea I could think of. Besides, even if you hadn't come here personally, I think I still would have agreed to Nahida's request.
Wow.
Irminsul doesn't just affect Sumeru. It impacts all of Teyvat.
Amúgy igaz, hogy egész szervezet
I know all too well how difficult it can be to protect the things you care about. So logically, morally, or however you want to cut it, helping you is the right thing to do. You don't need to tell me the specifics of your plan. Where the gnosis is involved, the tighter the secrecy, the higher your chances of success.
Malika, my heartfelt thanks go to you and the people of Naplan.
Don't mention it. But now for the hard part. How do I actually give it to you?
Amúgy ahogy ide?
The Irminsul
Erre se
barrier is
gondoltam.
right in the way.
I have an idea.
Oké, valahogy sejtettem, bazd meg. Sejtettem, őre nem hatnak bazzak a szobájuk, ő nem teljesíti.
Just as I thought.
Incredible. What did you do?
Elég egyértelmű, más világba jöttem.
Just made a lucky guess. This seems to happen quite a lot. Things that apply to everyone else don't seem to apply to me. I figured the same
Ez
might be
annyira
true
egy
here.
egyszerű felfogási módszer, hogy ami másokra igaz, nem. Aha.
Irminsul usually produces effects based on the records it holds. Since the traveler is a descender,
Pontosan nincs elő a feljegyzés, így nem létezik.
You
Kávé.
really are full of surprises. Catch.
Whoa! Thank you, Mawika. Thank you for trusting us with something so important.
All right. No need to get so formal. It's not like we're strangers. Besides, there's still one problem. You might be able to pass through the barrier, but I don't know about
Ja
the
igen,
rest.
amúgy viszont a Gróz is
Any
nem
other
tud.
surprises for us, traveler?
Let me try something. I have the pyronosis in my hand. It feels strangely ordinary. Not particular. I need to think hard about my memories of Pyro. My memories of journeying through Natlan. All those important experiences I've had.
Okay.
The gnosis disappeared. Traveler, are you alright?
Oh, mi a faszom történt?
I'm fine. The pyronosis disappeared into my body. Just like phlogiston.
Maybe it resonates with you because you've mastered the power of phlogiston. You might not be recorded in the ley lines, but you're still our Tumaini.
Végül is.
Please allow me to express my gratitude once again, Malika.
Pleasure. Well, I've given...
We won't let you down.
Yeah. We aren't about to lose.
Valami, ez kurva jó rész. Ez kurva jó rész.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you feeling? Paimon's a teensy bit nervous, but only a teeny tiny bit. Seems like she's gotten way braver over the last few years, huh? Of course. After all the adventures you've had with the Traveler, I'm sure you've gained a lot of experience and grown as a person.
Igen, mint személy nőtt Paimon. Nem ugyanakkora, Emi.
I'm doing all right. What about you, Nahida? How are you holding up?
Jó, beszélt jól.
With the negative effects of Irminsul, I am a bit like a piece of fruit that's been burrowed into by hungry insects and left to rot. I'd be lying if I said it was nothing, but please don't worry. We all know stoking the fire inside oneself is certainly one way to live. I've been quietly learning little things from everyone, like plucking tufts of fur from a sumpter beast.
Me too. With the constant traveling, I'm always learning and growing. That's the journey of life.
I think there's someone else here who would share that sentiment.
Oh, Steve.
Don't worry about what I think. I was just passing by and happened to overhear your conversation.
What are you talking about, hat guy? This is the top floor. No one passes by the top floor.
Says who? You can fly just like I can. I would have thought it makes sense to you of all people.
I don't know why, but I feel a little more relaxed now.
It shows that you feel comfortable laying down your burdens in our presence. It means that Sumeru is a place you can trust, where you know we have your back. And we feel exactly the same way around you. That's what it means to be friends.
Oh. Tudomással is beszélgetni, mi történik.
It's finally done. Ugh, but I have a nagging feeling that there's something I've forgotten. Oh, there you are. Everything wrapped up on your end? Okay, fair enough. That was a pointless question. We were working in tandem, after all.
You must really be exhausted.
Well, it's been a busy day for both of us.
When work ends, you clock out. No looking back.
Yeah, we're definitely due a break. Probably a little late to start drinking now, though. I'll stick with water. Here, this one's for you.
Thanks.
You want a bite to eat? I can grab us something. Or wait, I think there's a stove nearby. Let me take a look.
Are you nervous?
A little, yeah. Unlike you, it seems. How are you not feeling at all nervous?
Because everything that happens next is beyond my individual control. I don't worry about things I cannot influence.
Wait, akkor ő mindig ideges? Csak nem tudjuk. What? Mi?
What do you mean, cannot influence? You're the one who came up with half of the strategies we ended up using.
There's only so much I can do. I was only doing my duty.
Was it like this last time, too?
You mean with Azar and his accomplices? Yes and no. The situation back then was easier to
So the enemy is stronger, but so are we. I still vividly remember the way you interrogated me in the library after the fact. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
If your memory is so vivid, you might also recall that it was you who came looking for an argument. You're often the one who initiates these things, you know.
I came for a conversation. I didn't know it was gonna turn into an argument. Anyway, at least I showed up this time. So, what do you think?
What do I think? I think we're certainly better off for it.
It's good having me around to help out, huh?
Absolutely. As a citizen of Sumeru, you
certainly feels that way. I just shudder to think how the world would have ended up if we hadn't gotten control of the situation. So, do you think this is what impending disaster looks like? The sky is so clear, and there isn't a whiff of decay or destruction in the air. It's hard to imagine that the fall of humanity could happen on an ordinary day like this.
Awful things happen all the time. Sometimes people can... What you and I have done is increase our chances of stopping this one.
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. Oh, nothing. It's nothing. I hope everything works out tomorrow.
It will. As long as we stick to the plan, our chances of success are good.
It's really strange. You're my junior, yet you always seem to act more like an upperclassman than I do.
Köszönjük, és ez igaz amúgy. Komolyan, mindegy. Ki nem nézem bezdeg, hogy felsőbb éves.
I think it's mostly a matter of temperament.
Ugh. Walked right into that one, didn't I?
Várj, most játék azt kéri tőlem, hogy menjek, sétáljak le. Te most hülyéskedsz velem, bazd. De hogy fogok lesétálni, bazd meg? Szívesen beszélnék a többiekkel, de nem. Ja, jó. Akkor mindenkel beszélnék. Azt hittem már, hogy halljátok, a végig kell menni az egész piramison, mondom. Ja, de hogy is.
Look at the time. I should head back. I'm so sorry.
I'm fine.
Oh.
Wait, you're...
Have we met?
Not exactly. I think we may have crossed paths by the house of Dana before.
Oh. You're Hat Guy! From Vahumana, right?
Hogy adhatott neki a Hat Guy-nak, amúgy mindig azon gondolkozok.
You recognize me?
The clue's in the name. Mr. Hat Guy.
Fair point.
It's getting pretty late. What's keeping you up?
I could ask you the same question, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I have something of a background in Satyavada life, so I was helping the Dendro Arc.
Did you find the experience enlightening at all?
Honestly, it was tedious and uneventful at first. But eventually, I think I did sense some profound truths. But I was told that...
Not at all. Good night. I wish you all...
Thank you, sir.
Ó, kérdéses, de jó.
Too bad we've got a fight tomorrow. I could really do with a stiff drink.
Let us pray instead.
Rare. How nostalgic.
Lord Sangama Bay. Came to get some fresh air too, did ya?
That's right. Actually, I was hoping I might run into you, Dia. I wanted to let you know that I've stocked up on that perfume you said you were so fond of.
Oh, van egy kedvenc parfümje?
No, really? I'll take 2. Any chance of a friends and family discount?
I knew you'd ask that. And I'm afraid to say that. Surprise! It's free of charge.
Oké, szerintem megtörtént a változás. Még azt mondom, hogy oké, de ennek lehetnek ízlései. De ingyen? Oké, ez megtörtént. Ilyet Doriman mond.
Very generous of you, Lord Sangama Bay.
Nope. Turns out it's not that easy to turn a profit there. I remember that merchant caravan you two rescued in the desert last month? That was transporting my goods.
No way. I had no idea.
Lord Sangama Bay's investment in the
Oké, megtörténik a változás. Úristen, geci.
people over the years. The shell.
Wait, how did you know about that? The pesky lady.
Pesky
Aren't
lady.
intel brokers at least?
She and Candace go way back. It's normal for close friends to share things you wouldn't tell to everyone.
Sure, but why did they have to be things about...
That's how Nefer shows that she cares. She wishes for all of us to know what a generous person you truly...
It must be hard trying to make a living far away from home. Just because we can tell what kind of person you are... Definitely with you. Does praying help you stay calm?
Defending one's home is a just cause. My heart is filled with a
anger.
My lady? What are you doing out here?
Just taking a walk to clear my head. And look where I ended up. Were you praying just now?
Yes, Miss Dunyarzad. Would you like to join us?
Come on, it's fine. She won't mind who you pray to.
Oh, then...
I remember you, Miss Dunyarzad. You visited my shop before. If I recall correctly, the god you worship is the Dendro Archon, correct?
That's right. She is such a gentle and kind god. But to me, she is more than... I see her more as a friend. And so do many others. She's not some almighty god who reigns on high.
Agreed. She's a what?
I spoke with several people during the evacuation. Everyone's aware that... Oh, it makes me glad. A compliment? Ooh, more please. Thank you.
My lady, you've always been a remarkably strong and ambitious person. It's indisputable.
Archonról beszélgetnek egymásra, barátságukba meg egymásról, hogy milyen a kapcsolatuk.
What are you praying for?
Our beliefs may not be entirely the same, but we both wish for the same thing.
I pray that everyone will rise to the challenges ahead and return safe and sound.
I pray for the safe return of all my companions.
Jó, de Diana, meg Dorinál azt hittem tényleg megtörténik a változás, basszus. Ja.
Something on your mind, Miss Nefer?
Nothing in particular. It's just... right.
But the future has not yet arrived. How can you say how it feels?
Ez trükkös mondat, és
Some
igaz.
people know that there's an impending disaster. Others remain blissfully... People are shaped by their circumstances. Different circumstances.
I've always found the perspective of the Vahumana Darshan to be a particularly incisive one.
Even at the height of the crisis in Nodcry, people held diverging opinions.
Indeed. Regardless of faith, gender, wealth, skin color, or eye color, everyone in Sumeru knows what will happen tomorrow.
The world has never been an especially fair place. Yet now, against all odds, If only my father could have lived to see this era.
Era. To me, that term represents a much greater span of time. It can be a...
Do angels even feel fear?
Hű, erős mondat.
Yes, at least I do. I fear the gap that grows wider with each passing day and the never-ending flow of time. Time renders all memories insignificant and reduces all splendor to nothing. But those memories are the one thing I do not want to lose.
You're very human in that regard.
If angels draw too close to humanity, our wings burn away in the bright flame of awareness, and we fall to the earth. After spending so long among humans, I have lost much of my former glory.
Túlságosan közel került a emberekhez, és így elszedte a szárnyát. Érdekes.
Maybe that's a good thing.
De úgy igaz, lehet, ez egy pont jó dolog.
You're more human than some humans are.
I've been talking to Kale a lot in recent days. We seem to be in completely opposite situations. I suppose that makes us good case studies for comparison.
Case studies for who?
Myself, I suppose. After comparing the two of us, I suddenly discovered that I desired more than before. It was a gentle, pleasant sensation. Just as most people pursue glory and miracles, I too am pursuing miracles of my own, guiding humans to make the miracles in their hearts a reality. That is my miracle.
Ez tök jó dolog így mondani egy angyalnak amúgy. Wow.
It doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Na jó, menjünk tovább. Jó páros.
We'll make our move after sunrise tomorrow.
Good. Is everything ready?
As much as possible.
That'll be enough. Don't let the pressure get to you. We'll take things one step at a time.
Mondja jó,
That's how we've always done it.
Master Tainari! Mr. Sino! So this is where you were. I brought some juice and some water. Would you like some?
I know how easily you get dehydrated in the desert, so you should definitely have some water. In which case, I'll have the juice.
I gotta ask, though. Who's on juice-making duty at a time like this?
Mikor?
Madame Farazan said she was feeling
Jó,
a
azt
little
hittem, mikor
nervous,
csináltak együtt.
so I told her about the automatic juicer my friend invented. She took it right off me and started making carton after carton of juice.
Oh.
A juicer? Did Sucrose send that to you?
Yeah. I hadn't had the chance to try it out before this incident occurred, but I couldn't bear to leave it behind in Gandharville.
The juice is very sweet.
I think so too.
Oh. Hello. Hüd.
Kale, how are you feeling?
Physically, I'm okay, but
Mentalesen meg
it just
teljesen kell
still
szegény.
feels strange to me. Why would a great power like this come to someone like me?
I know the feeling well. That same question ran through my mind every day as a kid.
At least now, you have someone who can relate to you.
All the more reason that you should apply for Spontamod. Tainari fiercely opposes the idea, though.
Those two things are completely unrelated.
What are we all chatting about, Would anyone like any juice? Oh, you have some already. I had some earlier, ma'am. Maybe give the extra to someone else? Very well, very well. I shall be off then.
There's this enormous power, and then there's little old you. You feel like there's no connection between the two. And that sense of dissonance is difficult to get used to.
Yeah. But after all this time, I can't believe...
Kale, just because we normally keep the conversation light doesn't mean we can't discuss deeper issues. I don't think it's childish at all. You were the victim of a terrible crime. It's normal to struggle with the fallout from it. You have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of.
Miért néz úgy Trinary, mint aki remeg, nem tudom, fél, de ilyen halál, ilyen úgymond halálos szemmel néz rád. Ez a... Nem lesz semmi gond. Nem lesz semmi gond.
My professor once told me that no incident can be considered truly resolved until the victim says it's over. Your rage and your pain are completely justified.
Thanks. Miss Nicole said that. The same god remains which were once used to inflict so much pain upon me have now become a weapon with which I can protect everyone. It's like my own personal kind of evolution.
5 szekolaj? Nem, azért annyira nem, de van egy fegyverem.
Every innocent person who's been hurt needs time to realize that it wasn't there, but it's all about to be over. Tomorrow, it ends for good.
I don't know if you've noticed, but you rarely stumble over your words anymore, and your outlook has become much more positive. It's a big change from how you used to be.
And since this isn't over, you can settle the matter on your own terms. It's time you seized back control. I believe in you.
Yeah, Sumeru is my home, and it's so important to me. I have to protect it. No, I will protect it.
And once you're done, how about you come back and apply for Spantamod?
Stop it with the sales pitch, would you?
Ennyi váltsál pozíciót amúgy.
Hey, excuse me. There are still 3 unclaimed cups of juice here. Why don't you take one each? My arms are getting sore from carrying them around everywhere.
Madame Farazan, why are you... Here, let me take them off your hands.
Thank you, Madame Farazan.
Drink up and enjoy my handiwork. I think I'm going to make something else now instead.
Please, try to relax, Madame Farazan. Your nerves are starting to get the better of you.
I know.
Ő csak így adja ki az idegességét. Értem. Na jó, szerintem kezdjünk bele.
Time to go! Let's meet the others at the mausoleum of King Deshret.
I have not felt this way in a long time. Standing up high, gazing out at the rolling dunes. One cannot know what freedom truly means.
The golden slumber truly lives up to it.
Dendro Archon. What?
I was wondering whose counsel I should seek on the questions in my heart.
What kind of questions?
So many. More than can be put into words. As I once said to a friend, we look, we see, and we comprehend. But the question still troubles us. What are the many disasters that this world faces, but the sum of all irresolvable questions?
The biggest question you should be asking is how to seize victory.
Yes. Although,
Victory.
I would express it differently. I must not fail. And so the question I am most...
What we declare to be a young sapling, we may, in fact, find to be a towering tree, if we would only cast aside our ignorance and look beyond the veil of time to see her true form.
Nahida! We're here! Just in time. The preparations are almost complete.
Ready when you are.
We're here too.
És most mindenki itt lesz?
Miss Nicole! Miss Nicole! You run so fast! I thought I'd get a lot of exercise as a forest ranger, but I can barely keep up with you.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, the equipment is ready, and the modifications to Aru are all complete.
As discussed during our meeting,
Accessing Irminsul via the Akasha is no longer feasible at this stage. There are other options, it's just... they're a little more... maybe you should take it from here.
The architecture and functionality of the Akasha terminals overlap considerably with Aru. There is reasonable evidence to suggest that one was developed based on the other, or that they both utilize technology. As long as the transplant and merge operation succeeds, a system this powerful is capable of a lot of different things. In the past, the Akasha was primarily used for one-way information transmission, but I suspect it could also serve as a central bridging hub. In the pursuit of greater knowledge, some scholars have attempted to connect their consciousness to Irminsul through the use of terminals, incense, and meditation.
Szóval aki admi hozzáférés kapott a suliban, röviden, a Irminsulhoz.
Correct. In academic language, scholars who reach that stage are said to have entered Satyavada life. Hypatia has performed this practice many times in the past, and she was once under my care for a period of time.
Right. And this at least proves that there is a zone within Irminsul that can be connected to.
That's right. Providing wisdom to the people is one of the very reasons for Irminsul's existence. I think I understand where you're going.
In that case, I'll skip to the conclusion then. We need to further modify Aru, merge it with the Akasha, manufacture terminals, and distribute them to every single person we can reach.
So két rendszert, ez egyből össze. Röviden.
Every person? Even the desert folk?
Érdekes.
Yes, everyone.
I've already calculated the amount of raw materials we need.
So you mean we're going to get new Akasha terminals?
Yes, but this time the people of Sumeru won't be using them to acquire knowledge, just to connect to Irminsul. That's
when we evacuated the city, we brought all the important assets from the House of Dana, in case we ended up needing them. Fortunately, this included the Akasha. We've checked all the relevant records, and one thing is certain. Nothing like this has ever been done on this scale before.
Everyone in Sumeru is part of the plan. Whoever can...
Since this function of Irminsul was introduced, it has only ever been made available to scholars, who don't constitute a particularly large group, but by expanding the scale to include all the people of Sumeru, under normal circumstances, Irminsul would be able to cope with the additional. Thus, it might be possible to shut it down completely by overloading it.
Oké, szóval röviden az Irminsul töltődik? És ez most mi? Ja, és itt mondnak. Mindegy.
Counting down. 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
Ready!
Kirázai legményebb effektek vannak ebben. Ó, de jól néz ki.
In the past, when people sought knowledge, they turned to the Tree of Wisdom. Today, we use it to save Sumeru and the whole world. These boughs that nurtured learning must not become tools for destroying the world.
Stop. Please stop. End this transformation.
Irminsul just to stop me? You fools. I have all the time in the world.
Mi a fasz? Most sikerült, vagy nem? És az Irminsul kb. Az életfal, de inkább itt a tudást raktározza, mint... Végülis az is az. Nem tudom, mindegy. Életfal.
Great.
What a display of true courage. The courage to think and the courage to act. I never thought I would witness the shutdown of Irminsul with my own eyes. Perhaps
indeed, only
what was once created for spreading knowledge is now used for...
I am grateful to you three for your help.
Mm-hmm.
Only thanks to you were we able to extend. Now, nobody who wears a terminal will have their activity accurately tracked by Irminsul. No matter how many eyes Dottore possesses, he will not be able to see us clearly. Now for the next step. I will need the help of your supreme powers once again.
How might we be of service, Lord of Dendro?
I need to reach the Eternal Oasis immediately.
Right now?
In that case,
What?
Ibis King, would you agree that this is a fine opportunity to dust off our old tricks?
never. I assume you have that chess set with you?
Nem lehet, hogy az Ambrosia Arbor... Hol a dear friend?
You mean the one you gave to me as a gift? Asking for it back, are you?
Ne, pont azt a sok...
How could I? You misjudge me. I just wanted to show you another way you can use it.
What?
Connect to Safei Shatranj.
Nem mondtad tud teleportálni.
Safei Shatranj? You mean that place in the desert?
Thoth's chess set gains its power from the chessboard laid out in the desert by King Deshret and ourselves. All ceremonies conducted using the chess set must be activated via Safei Shatranj. In other words, the chess set is an extension of the chessboard. In the past, moving a chess piece was a sacred and momentous act.
Transfer initiated. Entering...
Na most ez, akkor mégis ez egy teleport lenne. No fucking way. Jó, lehet ez csak szomorúba, tudjátok.
We haven't heard a single word from our spy in the desert. I'm afraid he might have been captured.
Never mind.
But we spent years turning him. And a lot of Mora.
Nothing comes for free in this world, but the loss is not without its purpose. For a small price, we have wasted a precious amount of the limited time they have. Quite a bargain, if you ask me.
Bocsánat a pixelek miatt, nem maxom egy játék.
Understood.
Weighing profit against loss is a necessary part of life. But to tell the truth, I have been operating at a loss since this all began. Since many centuries ago, in fact. For instance, why would a banker act as the executor of a will? If you hadn't deposited your personal belongings at Northland Bank, I would have no reason to be here right now.
Ó! Regulator. Nem mondtam a nevét. A 9. fatúi Harvey pontosan. Vagy most ő egy bankár lenne, viszont most kivégző? What the fuck?
Dottore, I've placed your final data backup into the ley lines as per our contract. I trust we are now square for the safe deposit fees you paid.
Is it not a little petty to split hairs like this, given our amicable relationship?
Oké, én nekem ki volt az előző Archon quest? Dottore már egy robot lett teljesen? What?
I consider sound bookkeeping a matter of principle.
Do not forget that you only live to see this day thanks to me. In fact, every day of your life since you met me, you've been living on borrowed time.
Amúgy igen, ha nem fizetsz ki, és nehezen ebben a hitet, akkor a maga Harbinger, hogy is a Repredátor, hogy hívják, így kivégez téged, az meg. Az igen. Regrátor, igen.
I will concede that my survival was perhaps at your whim, but I became a harbinger on my own merits. Managing money is not like other professions. Mine is not a role I could have acquired based on your recommendation alone, and certainly not one I could have lasted so long in without genuine ability.
The information stored in the ley lines is quite comprehensive. Rest assured, I have not forgotten how strong your pride is. Well, I presume you have no sense of fragmentation while talking with me.
How could anything possibly go wrong with such strict measures in place? The remainder of your soul was split in two, with one half sent to Nod Cry and the other
Amúgy, ha
stored in the
belegondolok, a
most
bankerek
secure
itt
vault
ilyen
of the
nyugodtan
Northern
viselkedik amúgy folyamatosan. Biztos jól végezheti munkáját.
Though I must say, your disdain for the other segments
Biztos.
is quite amusing. Zandik is you, and you are Zandik. Zandik created the segments, yet you, a segment yourself, reject him.
That is, Zandik, created segments of various ages in his later years. To achieve this, he had to freeze time and part with a portion of his soul.
Wait, what?
But as constructive as it sounds, it erases my uniqueness. If each segment is equally me, then by the same token, none of them are truly me.
Wait, akkor most a 9. Fatui és Dottore az ugyanaz és nem?
A soul living forever in the past inevitably holds different views than he did in his later years. The same thing that completes me also restricts me. You too might ask yourself which stage of your life you want to be preserved at. The day your business failed? Or the day you were framed by a gang and sold off to a medical lab as a tech?
We needn't dredge up the past.
This undesirable plan was eventually scrapped. Lesser Lord Kusanali was quite right. I needed an opportunity to eliminate myself. And after that, I concluded that there was no more effective plan than directly splitting the soul. Once the soul is transferred out, you will find that creating a physical body is far simpler than creating a puppet.
The other half of your soul suffered a crushing defeat in Nodcry, you know.
And yet in the process, I obtained the information I always wanted, did I not? Because now we finally know where the best testing ground truly lies.
I once thought your ultimate goal was to ascend to godhood. But as it turns out, that was merely one of your experiments.
Experiments take many forms. Most people are too eager for success, too fixated on the end goal. They forget that the experimental process itself is just as important. A suspiciously vacant seat, a new face. I trust you can put two and two together. The reason it doesn't exist is because someone tampered with the record.
What can I say? After all your efforts, you really did uncover the world's secrets. So, is the new world you promised a lie?
No, it never was. I am glad to be able to control Ermin's soul from within. Now I shall attempt to create a new world inside the existing one. Almost everyone faces the prospect of death, but not a single person has ever been able to experiment unrestrained in the afterlife through sheer force of will. I am the only one to have overcome this enormous challenge. Would I not be letting the world down if I didn't make the most of the opportunity to experiment?
Clearly, the dividing of your soul did not affect the magnitude of your ego. Out of all the versions of you that have ever existed, this you is the most insane and the most radical.
Aha, szóval több énye volt, jó, ez mondjuk értető is.
Is that why you chose to work with me? Which was it then? My insanity? Or my radicalism?
Could I call myself a venture capitalist without a suitably ambitious plan to invest in? Yours happened to fit the bill quite perfectly.
Well then, I must say, while I am surprised enough that you showed up at all, what surprises me more is that you chose to present yourself as my former subordinate, and not as the banker Pantalone.
Why make things harder than they need to be? Exposing my true identity in a situation like this would only serve to destroy diplomatic relations between Snezhnaya and Sumeru. I daren't imagine the consequences.
Jaj, oké, a kapcsolat Snezhnaya és Sumeru közt van. Amiatt nem mondta ki Rétit. Mindegy, jó. Ja, lehet, hogy a Sumeruval lévő kapcsolatai még nem mint Archon, hanem mint bankár. Ó. Bajusz a doktor amúgy. Fogalmam sem is tűnik most éppen amúgy. Valamit írtad. Semmi nincs itt. Mindegy.
I'd argue that a significant factor in your willingness to cooperate is the fact that you have but a few years of life left after my death.
Csak pár életem alatt.
As a way of binding two parties together rather closely. Is it not true that a relationship should be judged by both the positive and negative returns it yields?
So some of what I said actually made it into your head after all. It's true that I hope you don't die too soon, but don't you find that a strange thing for me to say? After all, you've already had quite a long life, especially for a human being.
Let's not pretend that you're any more innocent than I am. Are we not the same in this regard? We both despise the existing laws of this world, and neither of us enjoy being under anyone else's control.
Most ismered meg. Oké.
Is it really so greedy to want the world to operate by a new set of rules?
Of course not, my dear friend. And as I've said before, mutual interest is the foundation for the most reliable of relationships. You can attest to that.
I just hope there never comes a day when I have to work too hard to prove that.
Nem, nekem az jött ki hirtelen, mint hogyha kettő személy ugyanaz lenne, mégse. De lehet, hogy csak tévedek, és az előző Archon kezd hiányai miatt mondom ezt.
Regrader, sir. People have been spotted approaching Sumeru City.
How strange. Despite your access to Irminsol's data, it appears the soldiers noticed before you did. They must have found a workaround. Well, Dottore, I trust you know what this means. The fact is...
They're coming. They'll breach the city gates any moment now.
But even so, I would say Irminsol is a wonderfully convenient thing on the whole. If you do manage to create a new world, perhaps you could plant one outside my office too.
What?
I'll consider it.
What do you need me to do? Stall them?
The experiment will take time. Stall them for as long as possible.
Fel kell tartani, nem tudom ki ezt a...
But you're really asking for the moon here. Have you heard this story? There was once a guilty man, kneeling in the center of a church while an angry mob outside waited to bring him to justice. He pleaded with the gods, begging them to grant him one final request, the chance to finish confessing his sins before he was sentenced. Many suns and moons passed, seasons changed, and still his confession continued, as if he intended to speak until the end of time.
Oké, szóval egy szeméről van szó, akit úgymond egy szörnyetek üldözte, mivel hogy a bűneit úgymond igazságra akarta volna hozni. igazságot akart neki szolgált, gondolom azzal, hogy kivégzi. Viszont a templomban megjelent és elkezdett imádkozni azáltal, hogy addig, míg mondja a bűneit, addig ne végezzék ki is, ami több évszak, meg több év telt el azóta, és fontosan beszél azóta is. Érdekes kis történet.
Certainly not the latter. That would make my life miserable indeed.
For someone who despises them so, you never seem to have any objections to me creating or becoming one. At first, I thought you'd be furious.
Concerned I would terminate our partnership, were you?
Not at all.